I don't clip every episode. Why do y'all keep doing this to me?
My bad, bro.
I don't clip every episode, and Ron's list was terrible. I hated it. That's why I didn't get mad. I was just like, screw it.
And that's why you didn't clip it? Nasty.
Mm.
Nasty.
Bro,
I think-
no way 50-year-olds are saying eat my shorts. Is that really an old like school saying?
Remember
don't know.
Bart Simpson started that, remember?
Did you guys grow up in the era where they used to say fat?
Fat.
Yes, PHAT, of course.
Mhm.
Fat farm, bro.
Pretty hot and tempting.
I can't like imagine just going up like, yo, that's just fat.
It was definitely like I don't know how to describe it. Like it wasn't super commonly used, but you'd hear it like
It wasn't super commonly used by you. I used to pull up on Annie's like, ooh, Annie, you fat as hell. Ooh.
Hey, hold on. That's the context that you would use it?
Even to this day, I still do it.
Because the way the context that I would hear it in is like,
I use it too.
like that's cool, that's dope, like that's fat. So you were using it in the term of like,
You fat as hell.
JD, pretty hot and tempting. She's fat.
it's hilarious, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. In my middle school, we kind of tried to reintroduce that, and one of my friends went up to the teacher and said, "In the middle class, yo, Mrs. K, you're fat," and she didn't know what to do. She was just sitting there stuck.
Bro, I am literally today years old, learning that is what that actually means.
MC Robinson gets it.
Do you think we'll ever bring the fat era back?
I mean, they say history repeats itself. Dub, if you keep trying to make it stick, it'll come back.
Hey, I don't think so.
Yo,
The
can y'all
only
hear
thing
me?
The only thing fat will
What's good,
acknowledge
bro?
is
Yes,
What's
sir.
Hey yo.
Hey, how y'all been, man?
Chilling, bro. We are live, just so you know.
Oh yeah, I seen.
Okay, just making sure. Yo, speaking of Mustard, you should see his face a little more often here on Sundays on Player's Choice. So we're looking forward to his dog shit takes about Jason Kidd and what's his nuts.
Hey,
I'm
Jason,
still recovering from that.
I've
Still
edited.
recovering from
I've
that.
edited my opinion on that. Instead of Ricky Rubio, even though he's still like Ricky Rubio, don't get me wrong, but I actually say Lonzo Ball. That's a better comparison to me. That's really what he is.
I don't think
He's
I can do
Lonzo.
this today, JD.
He's
I
Lonzo.
don't think I can do this today. I thought
That's a
I
better
could.
one, Lonzo.
Mentally, I'm not prepared for this.
I'm not mad at the Lonzo. It's a little more fitting, but it's still extremely disrespectful because Lonzo's not a top 2-point guard in the league right now.
I mean, hey, back then in that weak East and all those players back then, I definitely think Lonzo could have done the exact same thing Jason Kidd was doing, man. The exact same thing.
I will say that the point guards today low-key shit on the point guards in the 2000s.
It's true. The point guard position is the best it's ever been, in my opinion. Like, you got Luka, Steph, Dame. Hell, even Drew Holiday not even in the top 5 or 10. Well, top 10 you could
Let's
probably
see how
say,
many
but,
names he names before he gets to him, Bobby. Keep going.
I mean, well, you got Dame, Kyrie. I mean, Chris Paul not that guy anymore. De'Aaron Fox.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, D Fox is him. D Fox is him. D Fox is nice. I like D Fox.
Yo, are we going to talk about All-Star snubs?
Yeah,
I have
we
agendas
can
to
definitely
push
talk about
today,
it, but
baby.
hold on.
Oh,
if we're
boy.
going to talk about that, and we could actually kick it off with that if that's what you want to do, Ron, but if you're going to give a snub, you have to take somebody off. We're not going to do this today of so-and-so got snubbed,
Facts.
and you're not replacing him.
Kick all those bastards off. I don't care who you kick off, but put De'Aaron in the All-Star game. I don't care who has to go. Anybody could go.
Bob, are you going to tell the people what you told me what you would do if you were Domantas Sabonis?
I think everybody would do the same thing. I don't think that's far-fetched at all. If you're a loyal type person, you know what I'm saying, you believe in camaraderie, brotherhood, and loyalty and things like that, I think we would all do that. I'm instantly calling the commissioner like, hey, y'all can pick somebody else. I'm not going. I'm going to be in Sacramento with my brothers. I'm going to be in the lab. If De'Aaron's not good enough for an All-Star game, neither am I.
Wait, did he do that?
No, that's what he should do.
Oh.
Tell him, look, thanks, but no thanks.
There's
good.
no way that anyone that gets voted into the All-Star game is not going to the All-Star game.
Why
unless they're
not?
hurt.
What's the big deal? So
They're
still,
not. They're not
There's
protesting it
only-
like
there's
that for their
only-
teammate that didn't make it, bro. I'm
There's
sorry.
only so many spots that can be filled, and I mean, what Mustard said before, there's a bunch of point guards that is good, so we can acknowledge the fact that De'Aaron Fox is great, but there's just people who are better than him. Damian Lillard, I think, is Dame in the All-Star game?
he shouldn't be. I mean, I'm not saying he shouldn't be. Well, no, he shouldn't
should
be.
be.
If
He
that
should
means
be.
De'Aaron, no, De'Aaron.
No, he
well,
should be.
Okay,
He should be.
He should be. That's cool. But De'Aaron should be before him. If
No,
that's
no.
how it has to be, then it has to be De'Aaron. I don't care
No.
who got to go. It could be
No,
Dame. It could be
Dame
Dame.
should
It could
be.
it could be Shea. It could be Jaren Jackson. I don't give a damn.
Dame Shea should be over De'Aaron. Number one, Dame's a better scorer. The passing and playmaking from Dame
No,
and
Dub. No,
isn't that far
Let's
off.
not do
That's
this.
one.
Let's
And
not do
two,
this.
and two, wait, and two, those guys are the solo premier guy for their teams and willing their teams more and carrying the work more than what De'Aaron Fox is doing. Let's not forget, he has
That's
some bonus
cool,
with him
Dub.
too.
That's
So
cool,
we're
Dub.
penalizing
That's
De'Aaron and what he's did to
It's
get
not
them the 3 seeds.
penalizing.
It's not
Hold on, wait,
penalizing.
wait,
It's
wait.
not
Let me-
penalizing,
Can I
bro.
ask you guys my full question? We're penalizing De'Aaron for not what he's done individually, taking a big step in his game, putting up great numbers, but because he has a good team and they don't.
It's not that.
So
It's
if the roles switched and Dame was averaging De'Aaron's numbers on the Kings and
Well,
De'Aaron was
the
Dame
Kings
got
will be a
better
better
numbers.
team. The
Dame
Kings
got
will be
better
a
numbers.
I know
better
he
team with
does,
Dame.
but he also has a worse team. So
The Kings will be a better team with Damian Lillard or Shea. They would be.
so vice versa. If it was switched around and the Kings were a 3 seed with Damian Lillard, but De'Aaron was on OKC and they were a 10th seed or 11th seed, well out of the
Saying we're the
playoff
fucking
mix,
3 seed,
what do you do then?
But this is my point. Like, I don't think De'Aaron Fox on that team.
De'Aaron.
My bad, De'Aaron. My bad. I don't think I had a hiccup. at the same time I was trying to talk. I don't think De'Aaron Fox would be able to replicate what Dame and Shea's doing on their respective teams.
All
I
that
think
bullshit sounds
De'Aaron
good,
Fox-
but I know
I know
you're capping, bro. You don't got to do this. You don't got to
It's
do
not
this for
cap.
the people.
Hold
You
on.
gotta
Can
do
I
this
say
for
the
the
point?
likes,
Can
bro.
I say the
We
point?
know
before
This
y'all
is a
remark?
different
We know
kind of-
De'Aaron
Can I
should be an
say-
all-star, bro.
This
There's
is a
no
different kind of
argument. There's
No,
no
but
argument.
you
to be
also
made
have to
against
understand,
De'Aaron
bro.
being an all-star.
De'Aaron Fox, not like Damian Lillard is more popular than De'Aaron Fox. People want to see Dame more than De'Aaron.
I'll give you
I hate
that.
to
So
say
let's
that.
talk about Shea. Let's talk about Shea.
No, that's
I will
true,
give
man.
you that.
Shea's
That
playing
don't
better.
matter.
Shea's
That don't
playing
matter.
better than Shea's playing better than
Both of
than
them.
De'Aaron. He's playing better.
Shea, okay, I can see Shea playing better this
Yeah.
year. I think De'Aaron's playing better than Dame this year. Like Dub, I understand that Dame might be better than De'Aaron, if that's what you want to say. But this year, I got De'Aaron over him. Not only that, but who I haven't mentioned is Paul George. We can get Paul George out of there.
And yeah,
We
Paul
can
George is
get
an
Paul
iffy
George
one.
out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Bro.
don't. I don't care. And I see people in the chat talking about, oh, well, you get paid to go to the All-Star. These guys are rich. They don't need that little check to go to the All-Star game. I'm just saying how I feel about it. I'll just do it just to prove a point. Like, bro, y'all know you snub my boy. De'Aaron should have been a shoo in an All-Star game. It really shouldn't even be a discussion.
So I don't.
I mean, we all know the
understand-
biggest snub is Harden. Like that's the biggest.
No,
one.
not
Hold
out
on,
east.
wait,
Y'all
hold
better
on,
stop.
Get me started.
wait,
That's why I like
wait,
to
wait.
pick up myself because you're gonna get me started.
He should have
Hold on,
made
wait,
it.
wait,
He
wait.
should have
Bobby,
made it,
Bobby and Ron. Hold
Over
on,
Halliburton?
wait. There's a lot of stuff going on.
No,
I'm not mad at
Hallie
that.
is fine.
James
Hallie is
Harden
fine.
should have been.
There's too
Hold on,
many
hold on,
things
Dub,
going
get
on
it
right
off,
now.
Dub.
There's too
Go ahead,
many.
Dub.
Because number one, Ron and Bobby, listen. Nobody's discrediting Robbie. This dynamic duo of Robbie is one of the most disgusting
It's
duos in
dynamic.
Players'
Oh,
Choice
oh
history.
boy, it's dynamic.
Yeah, it's dynamic and disgusting duos in NBA history. Players'
take
Choice
it.
history. 1, 2. Nobody's discrediting De'Aaron Fox. Nobody's saying he's not as good as you guys are saying. But when we're saying we're comparing him to his contemporaries, we just don't think he's not better than those guys.
So
Right?
wait though.
Damian, hold on.
Contemporaries.
Damian Lillard
That was
and
fire.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, they're carrying and shouldering a bigger workload than De'Aaron Fox is shouldering right now. So
What
of
is
course
Shea
I'm gonna
shouldering?
value those
they like
guys
the 12
over
seed?
De'Aaron Fox.
But Dub, what is Shea shouldering? It looks to me like now we got to do a blast from the past. This looks like a classic case, bright and pretty, of empty stats.
Oh
Oh
man,
Empty
my
statistics.
God.
Look, I don't
Oh
even
my
like.
God.
I don't even
that's
like to
so
do that. I
disrespectful.
don't
First of
even-
all,
it's
the
not-
Thunder.
it's not
No.
It's not
The Thunder
disrespectful.
are a very bad team. That team
Exactly
is
my
not
point.
good. Shea and I ain't gonna lie, Giddy is stepping up too. I gotta give Giddy his
Yes,
props.
he
He's
is.
playing well this year. But last year, go look at what they were. They are not a good team. They have no spacing. They don't even have a rim protector. Shea is
Bro, that's
doing
not-
all this without nobody setting real screens for him. Everybody knows, like, if they had a real big, that team would be completely different.
If
they don't have
that
that.
don't matter, bro. That don't matter.
What do you mean it don't matter?
I'll tell you why it don't matter, because it's like I don't care.
They're 2 games below 500. They're 2 games.
They're 3 games away from the 6th seed.
Yes, they're not far
All right,
away.
how far are the Lakers away from the 6th seed? We know the West is packed up close, but that's
They're
not
better.
the point.
They have a better record than the Lakers.
Okay, but we are the 3 seed. We're not 2 games behind the 3 seed. We are the 3 seed.
Because you have Sabonis.
Because we have
Murray,
okay. So what you
team.
okay? I understand we have a better team. That's why we're the 3 seed, because we have a better team, including
Okay, so
De'Aaron.
Sabonis got the nod. Sabonis got the nod.
But we need both of them in the All-Star game.
I'm sorry.
My thing is if
Kevin Huerter is better than. Listen,
bro,
you have my bad.
Stop, bro. Let's not do this right now.
No.
De'Aaron is the heart and soul of our team.
You have De'Aaron.
When De'Aaron drives us to where we go. The thing, look, this is the thing. Y'all said, okay, they're in the 11th seed. Nobody else is on there, right? Well, check it out. Shea needs to have his young ass in Oklahoma with his team watching De'Aaron, if that's the case. He needs to take his young ass home and watch the All-Star game. Once y'all get better, come on, brother.
Hey, Bobby's been acting different since he upgraded his mic.
You need to understand what the Kings have, right? De'Aaron Fox, even
I understand what the Kings have.
De'Aaron Fox and Shea. I think Shea's a better player, right? But De'Aaron Fox is still a good player. I'll give you that.
You think a lot of nonsense, too.
Okay, cool. Domantas Sabonis. Wait. Domantas Sabonis compared to Josh Giddey as a running mate. Who are you taking, Bobby?
No,
that's not the point at all, Dub. That's not the point.
Wait. Let me finish.
That's not the point at all.
I know. I'm not here. I'm just making my own. I heard your point. Now I'm making my own point.
I'll plead the fifth.
So, all right, don't answer these questions. I'll just say my take, regardless of what you're saying. The Kings have a better running mate in Sabonis. They have a better, arguably a comparable. They have Lou Dort as their third option, who's a good defensive player in the shooter. I'll give him that. The Kings have Kevin Huerter. Then you have Harrison Barnes. You have Keegan Murray. You have Davion Mitchell, who plays defense as well. Davion Mitchell. After Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, and Shea, Malik Monk. After Shea, okay.
Teams,
you're proving my point. Let me finish
Harrison Barnes got snubbed too.
Let me finish my point, Bobby. So outside of Shea, Josh Giddey, and Lou Dort, who the hell do the Oklahoma City Thunder have?
Nobody. That's why them young bastards need to be at home watching.
Yo,
Shea
but
Shea deserves to be over De'Aaron Fox, bro.
The
way that team's performing is mainly because of him, bro.
No, for sure, I get that, and I'm
performing. Are we impressed by the Oklahoma City Thunder?
I'm not trying to take anything away from OKC.
They're not even a bad team.
They're not that bad.
They're not that bad.
So they're not a bad team after y'all just said they were a bad. You just
because of Shea, because of Shea and Giddey, they're making them better than they should be. They're competitive. If you watch these games, these are actual competitive games, like all of them.
I don't care if it's competitive if you lose.
31.
I don't care how competitive it is. If you lost, you lost.
Dub and mustard.
All right.
I'm not trying to take anything away
De'Aaron
from
Fox was empty stats before this year.
Yeah,
I believe that Shea should be an All-Star game.
What De'Aaron did before they start winning? I don't.
Oh wow,
Ron, this is what happens when you don't have your camera on.
I don't.
What are we highlighting? Are we highlighting?
So if you losing, no matter what, your numbers just shouldn't matter.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't.
That's what I'm asking. What are we highlighting?
My mama told me that in the 6th grade. My mama told me that in the 6th grade.
You're acting like they're.
I had this many. I had that many. She said, "Well, did you win?" No, then I don't want to hear about it.
No.
My mom wouldn't let me talk to her about my games.
You know what? I like that way of thinking.
Let me talk about my games, bro.
If you're not first, you're last. Everybody in the league is empty stats besides whoever wins. I'm with it.
That's facts.
That's a fact, Dub. I'm telling you the honest truth. I'm telling you the honest truth. My mom, she would not let me talk about my games if we lost. That's just Roberta's rules. I come home like, Mom, I did this, I did that. She don't care. Did you win? No. Then
what are we highlighting in an All-Star?
If you're not first, you're
Go
last.
clean your room. Go clean your room.
De'Aaron Fox and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who cares? It's empty stats.
Yeah, all of them.
What are we highlighting in an All-Star? Winning, or who's better individually and statistically? Because because in the past it was reasons why teams like the Atlanta Hawks would get 4 All-Stars in. It was reasons why teams like the Detroit Pistons would get 4 All-Stars in. Are we highlighting your team winning, or are we highlighting stats that you're putting up on a 9th seed?
I'm glad you brought that up because Grande Jones just re-upped his membership as a rising star on the Players Choice YouTube channel, 5 months. He said Kyle Korver made the All-Star strictly based off his team's success.
Okay.
So what are we highlighting? Because
that
like I
doesn't make it
said,
right. That doesn't
Shay
make
and
it
Dame
right.
obviously deserve to be All-Stars. No,
But does that make it? But does that make it right? Because they made the All-Star game, does that make it right that they were put above other players that deserved it?
I personally think De'Aaron's having a better season than those two because of team success. When you factor
No.
everything in, so what
No.
what would Dame rather do? Would
you
he
mean?
rather the Blazers be a
He'd rather
3
get
seed?
paid.
Would you rather?
Wait, what I'm confused about though is every other team, like below the second seed, didn't get 2 All-Stars. The only team that got 2 All-Stars in the West is the Grizzlies, because Jaren Jackson Jr. is a depoy.
And that's
Like
another
that's
one
why.
that we need to talk about. Jaren Jackson. I'm surprised that he got in, but I'm happy he got in.
How many games did Dame miss?
Once again, because the Grizzlies are winning, I think he's deserving of that because he's a huge component to one of the best teams in the NBA.
This has to be the first year in like damn near 10 years that there hasn't been 2 Golden State Warriors that made the All-Star team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Steph's a lone wolf. Not that
Yeah.
This is what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna have me tight, JD. Is Steph okay? So Steph got hurt yesterday. Even if it's not too serious, which I hope it's not serious, you know what I'm saying? We want a competitive playoffs, we want a competitive season. So I swear I hope Steph is okay. But if Steph is hurt and he's gonna be out for 2 or 3 weeks or something like that, then they're gonna be like, okay, De'Aaron, we want you to play. And that's gonna piss me off, you know? That's gonna really piss me off.
Not
He's for
necessarily, though,
sure
What's wrong?
next.
Well,
What's
LeBron,
What's up?
listen,
What's up?
the whole idea of your argument is just flawed in so many ways because
No, but I'm not making an argument. I was asking a question, like a
The-
sincere, legitimate question.
just because your team is successful does not automatically mean that you're on a different level than somebody else. Kyle Korver, even though his team was in the All-Star game, doesn't mean like somebody who didn't make the All-Star game wasn't better than him. It is what it is. That's just how they voted on it.
No,
In the
absolutely.
All-Star game right now, I think a whole league is at a point where they just look at the players and who they are as players and make an assessment of that. So just because the Kings are a 3rd seed while De'Aaron Fox has Sabonis with him and a good supporting cast, they're not going to sit here and say just because he's a 3rd seed, he deserves to be in the All-Star game over Damian Lillard, over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's just performing at a higher level than him this season. They just are.
Under what circumstances is he performing at a higher level?
I
can say what De'Aaron is doing is more conductive to winning.
Don't say
I
conductive
can't.
to winning.
And okay,
Because
I
when
understand he has a better team, but what happens if you take him off that team? They're terrible.
Of
Clearly,
course.
him being there, him being the point guard, him being the 4th quarter closer, him being, how Bob said, the engine to that team is the reason why they are the 3rd seed.
But
I think he deserves a little more recognition for that.
Nobody's disputing that. Nobody is disputing that, though, that he's very impactful to that team. But when you compare him to a Damian Lillard and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, where I think Dame and Shai is they're putting 30 points on good efficiency. Also, Dame has been passing at a higher level than De'Aaron Fox, but people don't remember that for some reason.
Oh, those are easy passes, though. They're not very difficult passes.
Number one, number two. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a playmaker for his team as well, next to Josh Giddey. I do think that if Damian Lillard and Shai isn't there, those teams are going to be taking a drop.
They already took a drop. Damian Lillard,
hold up. Damian Lillard be dropping 40. Be dropping 40 and 30.
50s,
his team is
50s,
still
50s too.
His teams be losing still, bro. So no, I think that Dame and Shai are way more impactful to their teams than De'Aaron Fox, bro. Come on, man.
But hold on, no, Dub.
How is that? That doesn't make any sense from what you just said. That if you score that many points and you lose, and then your impact isn't as much as you think it is.
Crazy.
That don't make no sense. Bro.
They don't play defense.
That's
why they're losing.
That's their problem. De'Aaron plays defense. Maybe they need to take a page out of his book.
And that is a fact. That is a fact. We've talked about all type of statistics. Defense isn't necessarily a measurable statistic, but De'Aaron is like
the Kings don't have a good defense, though.
I didn't say that we have a great defense.
All right, relax. De'Aaron ain't no elite defender.
Y'all not winning.
I never said that either.
To them, he's a lead.
You guys are
Compared
not
to them,
winning.
he's elite.
You guys are not winning
Compared
because
to
of
who?
defense,
Dame?
though.
Yes,
You
I-
guys aren't
Dame's
winning because of
trash.
defense.
Dame's
Dub,
good.
Y'all
Dub,
winning
Dub,
because
you don't,
y'all
Dub,
able
you
to
don't watch
outscore
the
people.
games, bro.
I do watch the
Stay off
games.
the
No, I
players.
do watch
Stay
the
off of that
games.
reference shit, bro. Stop
Your
listening to
team,
the goofy ass stats. You
your
don't know
team-
what you're talking
your
about,
team
Dub. You have no idea what you're talking about, Dub. Watch the games and then come holler at me,
because
bro.
the overall production of the team is that offensively
You're not
talented.
watching the
Don't
games,
give
bro.
me this
Come
talk
holler at
about
me.
defense
Come
from
holler at
De'Aaron
me.
Fox and talk about
De'Aaron,
impact to winning. When the Kings
De'Aaron,
don't
when
win
De'Aaron,
because
Malik, and
of defense.
Davion are pressing
Do
and
the
getting
Kings
skills
win because of
before they
defense,
pass the
yes
ball
or
over
no?
half court,
Defense
you
Do
don't
the
see
Kings
that.
win because of
You don't
defense,
see
yes
that.
or no?
You don't see
Answer
that,
the
bro. You don't
question.
see that.
Do
You
the
don't see
Kings
that. I
win
can't
because of
hear you,
defense,
bro. I
yes or
can't
no?
hear you. I can't
Do
hear
the
you.
Kings
holler
win
like
because
that.
of defense, yes or no?
We have won a bunch of games because of defense. Yes, we have.
What?
Watch the games and you'll see. Watch
Oh
the games,
my
you won't be
God.
surprised, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
that
next
defense is bad.
You don't watch the game, Bob.
instead of
I'm
wasting
mad. I'm
instead of
mad
wasting
as a
instead of
fan.
wasting
I'm
time
mad
on
as a
Twitch.
fan, bro. You don't watch
Go
the
ahead.
game.
Go ahead.
You
Bob,
don't watch
I don't
Hey,
think you
hey.
watch the games either.
Hey, look,
Bob.
check it out.
I
Check it
don't
out.
think Bobby really
Check
watches
it out.
the games.
I don't think he really- like, just like he doesn't read.
There's a reason I'm a season ticket holder, Dub. There's a reason I'm a season ticket holder,
I
Dub.
don't. Then you
Yo,
must
Dub,
be
check it out.
blind.
Dub,
You
check it
must
out.
be
Check it
blind
out.
and you need
Check
to
it
go
out.
see Mr.
Check it out.
Beast to
Look.
go cure your blindness because this is ridiculous. There's no way you go.
Look, I didn't say if you would shut up and stop screaming, you would hear what I'm saying. I didn't say we had it.
Oh my god!
I didn't say we had a great. I didn't say we had a great defense, Dub. Mustard. I didn't say we had a great defense. I
Hey,
said
nah,
there has been. There has.
bad. It's not good.
Okay. Well, listen to what I'm saying. You'll understand what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm not saying that we have a great defense. I'm saying that De'Aaron plays defense. As a team, our defense isn't all that great. But stop looking at that plus minus shit and all that, and you watch the games, you'll see. We do.
Did I bring
apply.
a plus minus?
But what is your plus minus?
I don't know because I don't look at that shit.
Y'all
Dub,
Me
have
neither.
some
I
good
don't look
defense.
at it either.
Dub, the only reason you say that we have a bad defense is because you look at the defensive rating. Oh, you guys are ranked 20 something. You don't say it because you watch the game.
I watched the
No.
games, Bobby.
Okay, I'll
I
tell
All
you.
right, bro.
literally
Listen,
watched the
listen,
game.
listen,
I
Dub,
didn't bring up no
listen,
metrics
Dub,
the
listen,
whole time.
listen, bro. Listen.
The
Hold on,
Kings
Mustard.
have
Let me
good
tell you.
defenders. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, bro. If you actually watch the games, you will see we don't play enough consistent defense. But when we do, there is plenty of games we turn up in Davion Mitchell, Malik Monk, Terrence Davis, Trey Lyles, Harrison Barnes. These are our guys that do play defense. Yes, we have a lot of defensive letdowns, especially when Kevin Huerter's trying to guard, the prolific tools in the league. Yes, we have a lot of defensive breakdowns. So in
Sabonis. Don't forget Sabonis.
Yeah, Sabonis isn't necessarily defensive liability. He tries to play defense, but we have
his defense suck.
Okay, look, we have defensive breakdowns. We do have defensive breakdowns. But if you keep looking at the numbers instead of paying attention to the intensity we bring on in the when the other teams are bringing the ball up and the steals we get, how we play with our hands up and have intensity. Yeah, we have breakdowns. But Mike Brown is a defensive-minded coach. He has us playing intense defense, but the numbers don't show that. So no, we don't win because we're a great defensive team. We win because we are a high-powered offense. But we're not just standing around watching the ball move. We play defense, bro. Don't get that twisted for a second. You gotta watch the game.
This all started because you made a point of, well, Damian Lillard should take a note out of De'Aaron Fox books.
He should.
Winning
De'Aaron
games
plays
and playing
defense.
defense.
De'Aaron plays defense.
But the reason you guys are winning games, it's not because of your defense. The reason
that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I know that's not what you said. I'm clarifying your point.
De'Aaron has a bigger impact to winning than Dame does. Yes,
you made a point. You made a point of De'Aaron Fox should take your word for word. I'm taking word for word, bar for
and
bar.
I mean that. And I'm standing on that.
Word,
he should take a page out of his book and play some defense because De'Aaron plays defense.
In terms of impact to winning and play some defense.
Yes,
and
he should because De'Aaron plays defense.
What I'm trying to convey to you, Bobby, is the reason why you guys are winning is not because of De'Aaron Fox's ability to play defense. Is because you guys and your offense is probably one of the best offenses in the league, and y'all have the capability of just consistently outscoring guys. I do think you guys.
That's cool, but De'Aaron plays defense.
I do think that yes, De'Aaron plays defense. I do think that Davion Mitchell does play defense. But the overall construction of the team, you guys are not winning because of defense. You guys are winning because of your offense and how high powered.
Yeah.
Hold on, what you just say, Mustard?
Damn, bro, we don't got
Mustard. What'd you just say?
Davion Mitchell. That's all he do. All he do is play defense. I mean, he can't do nothing on offense. He's trash.
Are you crazy? See, you guys definitely don't watch the game.
No, he's trash.
Davion's one of the most underrated basketball players
Nah, come on, man.
in the league.
Davion Mitchell can't shoot. Davion Mitchell can't score. Come on, why are we doing this?
All right. Have you watched
let's
Davion
move
play?
on, bro. Let's move on. I mean, but these
you watch-
just
did you
talking
watch
about
him
shit
play
they see on
college?
ESPN.
Ron,
They only
Ron-
talking about what they see on ESPN, bro. And it's
nah, bro,
disrespectful.
he's not wrong in that. So here's where he is wrong. Davion Mitchell can obviously score, but
Mhm.
the
And
way
play
that
make.
he plays on the Kings, like he doesn't score.
No, when Davion
That's
comes
not
in the
his
second
role. He's
unit,
just a
it's
defender.
not his
That's-
role.
that's
It's definitely
it.
not
That's
his
all
role.
he
It's
is.
definitely not his role.
Bro,
but
he hasn't
his role
scored in
is to
double
come in
digits
as a
for like
backup
2
point guard.
weeks.
Okay, do you see who he's playing with?
But you're like capping
role
for him
player.
so
He's just a
hard, like he's
defender,
an
bro.
elite
I'm-
scorer.
I've watched Davion play. He can
This is
score. He
despicable
can
out
score
of y'all
better
right
than
now.
you
Can,
guys
but
think
he's
he can.
not a scorer.
He's
Okay,
definitely not a
let's
scorer.
say
I'm not going to
I
label him
won't
as a
say he's
scorer.
trash
not
offensively.
gonna-
Like
you
he
just
can make
said
a
it.
jumper here and there, but he's not a shooter like that. Like he's just the
You have to close out on
defensive
Davion.
role.
You have to close out on Davion. He's knocking down.
Sure.
He's especially knocking down those corner threes. He penetrates the defense, kicks. You know what I'm saying? He's very good with the ball in his hands. He does. His specialty is defense for sure. But
On top of that-
he could start as a point guard for a lot of teams in the NBA. A lot of teams would be very happy. That
I don't think a
Davion
lot of those
starts.
teams would be good. It depends on what's around him. Depends
Yo,
on
on
what's
top of
around him.
that, players
know
like
where he's
Davion
starting,
always
Bob.
get the short end of the stick because it's like if you're not out here scoring, then you suck. That's not necessarily the case.
I
And
didn't
this
say
is
he
like-
sucks.
And this, you did say he sucks.
No, I
No,
said
he
his
said he
offense
sucks
You said he
offensively.
sucks on offense.
Trash.
Yeah, well, he said he sucks.
No, but he's
offensively.
an elite. He's a great defender. He's a great perimeter defender. So
For
he doesn't
sure.
suck.
For sure. So I'm gonna get into my point offensively. When players don't score, all of a sudden you think they're a liability on offense. You think they have deficiencies. You think they quote unquote suck. And this goes back to J Kidd and Stockton too. Why you guys won't say that they're good players because they don't score. What you don't understand is when you're playing actual basketball the right way, you're not out there looking to just gun every single play. You're not. I guarantee you, for the Sacramento Kings, he makes way more better plays for the team, conductive to winning, than Kevin Huerter, than Malik Monk, than even Harrison Barnes. I
Those
guarantee
role
you.
players. Oh, not Harrison Barnes. No.
Those
Yo,
role players.
Davion Mitchell makes winning plays on that team. It's not
I'm not
about him.
disagreeing
He
with
doesn't,
that.
he doesn't
Come on,
lace
come on,
up his
come on.
shoes
That's a
like,
role
oh
player.
man,
You're
oh man,
describing
I
a
want to.
role player. That's what I'm saying. He's a role player. What's wrong with that? He's a role
It's-
player. Is
it's
that not what
nothing
he
wrong
is?
with that.
Most players
It's
are
nothing
role
wrong with that.
players. I don't understand. I don't
Okay, so
understand
what
when
are
y'all
we
say that.
arguing here? I've
I
been
don't, I
saying
don't, I don't
he's a
understand
role
like
player.
what's that mean? Oh, he's a role player, so that's what he's supposed to do. Like most players are role players. I don't
When
get your
I
point.
said that's what I've been saying this whole time.
We have a team full of role players. That's all we have is role players.
So what are
Everybody
we
has a role.
disagreeing with here? I'm confused. He's a role player. Like he's not a great offensive player. Like he's not even average. He's not a good
even
offensive
average.
player.
All right, let's move on. These
That's
guys
why
don't
I
know what they're
disagree
talking
with
about,
you.
JD.
That's why I
These guys
disagree
don't know
with
what
he's
you.
they're talking
not.
about.
You just don't. You just don't watch him
Davion,
play.
I think for Davion, it matters of touches. I don't think on that team he's just allowed to be getting off like that because there's so many offensive weapons. But
Dub,
do
I don't
think
think
he
it
could
even is a
score.
loud thing. It's the fact that he's playing basketball. He doesn't just catch the ball every time like, oh, let me get a bucket. Let me get a bucket. Oh, we suck. So the only thing I'm out here to do is try to get my stats so I can get a better contract.
See
No,
y'all.
he's
See y'all
making
didn't. Y'all
winning
didn't.
plays. He's running
y'all
the
didn't-
offense. He is a point guard, by the way.
Y'all
His
didn't watch
job
Davion play.
is to get other people better shots.
Y'all
Nah,
didn't
don't
watch
play-
Davion
don't say
play
y'all.
in-
I'm not-
Y'all didn't watch Davion play in Baylor. So at Baylor either. So y'all don't understand this
Bob,
game.
Bob,
you know
please
what I'm
don't put
saying?
me
It's all
into
good.
this.
I
I'm
gotta
not
put you
coming.
into
I'm
it.
not.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
mean-
coming
No,
at
I saw him
Davion.
in
I like
college.
Davion
He
Mitchell.
beat
I
my
like
squad. He
Davion
beat
Mitchell.
UH in the Final Four. I saw. He
Oh,
was cold.
so that's where it comes from.
Yep.
Okay.
It all came out now.
Here
get
we
it
go.
now.
Here's
Hey,
the bias.
hey,
Here
Now,
we
hey,
go,
now we
Mustard.
get it.
No, it's
Okay,
not
all right,
personal.
Mustard.
Now we
I
get
see what
it. Now
you
we
did
get
there,
it.
Mustard. I see what you
Yo,
did.
but Dub.
What's up? What's up?
So we just compared De'Aaron Fox to Damian Lillard and Shea, right?
Yeah.
But now I want to even give you a better example. Or I wouldn't say it's a better example. I just want to ask you a question. So now let's compare him to a third point guard that made the All-Star team.
Mhm.
His team happens to be second, and he got a second All-Star in the All-Star game. They're 3 games ahead of Sacramento, the Memphis Grizzlies, and John Morant.
Mhm.
If those roles were flipped, do the Kings get 2 All-Stars, and is it only Ja in the All-Star game?
Just because he's in second?
Just because he's in second.
No.
Because essentially that's the only reason Ja or what's his name made the All-Star game.
No.
Talking about Triple J?
Jaren Jackson.
Bro,
Yeah, that's the only
he's-
reason
so Jaren
Jaren
because
Jackson
he's
made the
a
All-Star game.
depoy
But he's the
candidate.
depoy. He's the
bozo.
depoy front runner.
So wait a second. Let me get this out. So first let me ask a question. Jaren Jackson deserved it over De'Aaron?
But they played. They voted on.
I'm just
on a
asking.
different-
They're different
I'm just asking. Okay, I'm just asking a question.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
asking a question. So look, a lot of people in the chat talking about well, the All-Star game is supposed to be about excitement and this and that and who they want to see. So you're telling me that De'Aaron Fox isn't more exciting?
They want to see
mean,
they want to see
but
Jaren Jackson
you
Jr.
can say that
sending
about all
people's
the
shots into
depoy
the
guys.
bleachers, dude.
all the depoy guys you could say that for. Draymond, Gobert, all the depoy guys you could say like fans don't want to see, but they still deserve it. Like they're the front runner for the defensive player of the year. Like
Okay,
you
so
should.
now
Like, who else will be in there? Because
y'all
you
sound like
can't
how I was saying about
you can't put
about.
De'Aaron in there though. You
Well,
can't
look,
put
how
De'Aaron
many
because he can't
games?
take his spot.
I was trying to ask you earlier, Dub.
No,
how
I'm
many
talking about
games
if
did
they
how many
flip-flop.
games did
If Memphis
Dame
is
miss?
number 3, and the
How many
Kings were
games
2.
did Dame miss?
Yeah, how many games did Dame miss?
Hey, if we going
He
off
missed,
games
like,
list, I got
I
an
think he
issue
missed,
with
like-
some of the spots.
I think
to
he
be
missed
I
like
just wanna know this.
15, like something. I know he missed double digits.
So how come he's in over Ja? I mean over De'Aaron, but why AD didn't make it then?
Hey, AD, I
AD
think
Why did Jaren make it over? Why did Jaren make it over AD?
But AD's on a team. AD's on a team that is the 12th seed in the West or 11th seed, something like
look,
that.
Look at where I thought that didn't matter.
Now
I thought
They
that didn't
can't have
matter.
two.
Hey,
Time
it
out,
always
time out.
comes
LeBron
full
already
circle.
made it.
It always
LeBron
comes full
already made
circle. It doesn't matter. AD's putting up
What do you mean,
ridiculous
LeBron?
stats.
You can't give
AD's
two. No. Time
AD
out.
Why not?
You cannot have
We get
two.
it now, Mustard. We get it.
Do you
How
know
many
Anthony
games?
Davis
How
is
many
doing it
games?
too?
How many games? How many games? Has been played in the NBA season?
I'm
Like
I'm
40,
almost 50. Close
40.
to 50.
Yeah,
It's
almost
50.
50.
It's 50. Is it 51 or 52?
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
somewhere
Close to
around there.
50.
Because
Yes.
Dame played 41 games, so he only missed like 10.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad.
Okay,
That's
that's
not
not
too bad.
that's
Yeah,
not
41.
that's
Yeah.
not at all.
Yo, but I'm just gonna say Anthony Davis. Yes, he's played.
How many
30
did
games,
AD
but
miss though?
he's played 30 games.
80's only played.
Nah,
like
80's
30
missed a
games.
good chunk of the season. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but I
I'm
mean,
with y'all. I'm with y'all.
Even with that being said, I know we're talking about Triple J is the defensive player of the year front runner and whatnot, but not only is Anthony Davis putting up better individual statistics than him, but if we're talking about that defensive category, AD's right there with him. If AD would have been playing every single game, he would be in that same category in contention with him too. So, so JD, how you were saying if they want to say the panel wants to see people blocking shots, well, AD will do that too.
How many games did Paul George miss? Anybody know?
Paul George. Check. Played 39 games, so he missed probably like 12, 13.
About 13. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is Paul George an All-Star?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably just made it. Then.
I mean, somebody on the Clippers had to. They're the 4th seed.
Yeah, but I
Kawhi's
think
missed
Jaren
many
Jackson.
games.
I think Jaren Jackson just made it off of like we just had nobody else to put
But-
in here because Kawhi and AD and then those guys. So it's like
Oh, so,
But look at
Jaren's the one who made
Zion.
it over De'Aaron.
Zion only played like 20 some games, like 30 games or so, and he still was a starter. You
Wait,
know?
Zion's in the All-Star game?
Starting.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
starting.
this is bullshit. I
Starting?
can't handle this no more.
nah,
He
that
played-
doesn't
he
make
played
sense.
29
I just
games.
can't handle
and
this
starting.
shit.
That doesn't make
That's
sense.
all I'm trying to tell you. The
That
NBA
doesn't
is a
make sense.
joke.
But at the
NBA is a
time, though, the
joke.
Pelicans were like what, a 4th seed or like a 3 or 4?
It was a time where, keep in mind, the Pelicans were the number 1 seed when remember we had that episode,
Zion
the
was
Pelicans were the
there.
number 1 seed when Zion was playing. He got hurt and they literally lost 9 straight games.
Yeah,
The
him
NBA,
and
So, I
the
mean,
Ingram.
NBA
missed a lot
is
of games.
nothing but a glorified circus.
Yeah, I don't support that. If Zion Williamson is a starter, then AD should be in the All-Star game. Who was the other? Paul George? Yeah, 'cause
Kawhi.
I don't know. Yeah, Kawhi could probably be in there. Like Zion Williamson only playing 29 games and being a starter, that doesn't make sense.
Hey, but when are we gonna talk about the real injustice? The James Harden snub. He was
Okay, let's
robbed
take it out east.
of an All-Star appearance. Like, come
Who
on.
you taking out,
22 and
Mustard?
10.
What? Hold up, why though, Mustard? I want to know why he was robbed.
First of all, look at the Sixers. They're the 3 seed, right?
Mhm.
In the Eastern Conference. The numbers he's putting up, the level he's playing at, they deserve 2 All-Stars. Like, look at what
We're
they
the 3
are.
seed too, so why we can't have 2 All-Stars?
De'Aaron Fox ain't playing. I'm sorry. De'Aaron Fox is not
See, this
playing
what
as
the
good
fuck I
as
be talking about.
De'Aaron Fox not playing as good as
Shit,
Harden.
man.
He's not playing as good as Harden. He's not playing as good as
I
Harden.
kinda
think
disagree with that,
I
but-
think James Harden should be an All-Star. I do think James Harden should be an All-Star, but so should De'Aaron. I'm gonna get off De'Aaron. I'm gonna keep.
And
it.
also, unfortunately, I hate to say it, there are better guards in the West than there are in the East. That's another thing. Luka, Steph, like that's already 2 spots. Shea, there's just better guards there. So sorry
Dame,
about that. bro.
Ja.
So
De'Aaron.
who in the East would you take out for James Harden? DeMar DeRozan?
No,
Or is
I
DeMar
don't even
DeRozan
know
a
why he
forward?
made it.
Is he a forward or a 2?
We don't know what he
He's
got
a
in as.
forward,
He's
but
listed
we
as a
don't know what
guard
he got listed
slash
as, yeah.
forward.
How many
What the
games? How many games did Harden miss?
Let me see.
James Harden played 35
He didn't
games,
miss
so he
too
missed like
many.
15. Missed like 15 to 16 games.
Yeah.
But I don't care. I'm not hearing that because if Zion Williamson is a starter, only 29 games, the
Well,
injury
no,
bug, I
I
don't care about.
I don't think
Yo,
Zion should be there either. I'm
But
with
hold
you
on,
there.
keep
I
in
don't
mind,
think Zion
keep
should
in
be there
mind,
either.
all the starters were voted in by fans. So you got to throw that out of there. It's a popularity contest.
care.
with
But no,
the
that's
starters.
fine.
care.
The starters,
It's a popularity
There should
contest.
still be eligibility requirements. Even
Yeah.
like the fans should be able to vote, I guess. Which I don't believe they should be able to. Or it shouldn't have as much impact. Okay, let me say that. The
I mean,
fans
they only
shouldn't have
vote
so
10
much impact.
players.
Why would they
vote
vote
smart.
then if their vote didn't matter?
Well, I mean, no, but it should be weighted. You know what I'm saying? Like something has to go because these fans don't know what the hell they're talking about. You see two guys over here that don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they're fans. But
Yeah,
anyway,
Robbie is a disgusting
But-
duo to see, bro. I swear.
but look though, like,
Yeah,
we
like
got
there,
a
there,
discussion
has
duo,
to, there,
too.
there has
Band
to be
trio.
there has to be some type of prerequisites. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be something like when you vote, some people have to be like X'd off. Like you can't vote for him because he played 15 games.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you on that. I do feel. Bless you.
Thank you.
I feel you on that. Like AD should be, according to that, like AD should be in the All-Star game. Paul George should probably be higher. So it's like I don't like that. I don't like
Hey,
that at all.
remember when they let players vote for the All-Star game, and they were voting for like people that weren't even eligible also. You know what I'm saying? They don't take that stuff serious, unfortunately.
It's fire.
Who
Can we
does
go,
take the All-Star
can-
voting serious? Honestly,
can we go back to SGA and De'Aaron Fox? Because when we were talking about them, Bobby, it made me. I started looking at the NBA schedule so I could see when these guys play. Unfortunately, they don't play against each other because I want to do a De'Aaron Fox versus SGA this week. Points, since De'Aaron Fox is apparently the better player. And I wanted to do a lucre wager with it.
that's cute.
Let's do it.
Let's
Speaking
get
of
ready to
our
rumble.
lucre wagers, let me pull up this leaderboard, and we have a little bit of I don't know if this is controversy or what, because last week's wager of the week, Jaren Jackson Jr. versus Evan Mobley. Jaren Jackson Jr. was out. So here's a look at the leaderboard. So Ron is on top because he wasn't even here last time.
Of course,
so
I'm on top.
we're going to have to give you like an extra wager to get you caught up, but apparently you're 2-0. I'm 2-1. J-Rob's 2-1. Dub's 1-2. Bob's 1-2, and Mustard is brand new to the leaderboard, so we'll get him caught up. So I want to do SGA. Oh, this is what I was going to say with the controversy. Do we count that because Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't play?
No, you don't count it.
So it's just null and void.
All wages are null and void when it comes to injuries involved. Always.
Okay, bet.
It has to
Beautiful.
be like that. It has to.
Beautiful. So here is my proposition. The Kings play the Mavericks on what is this? Saturday? No, Friday the 10th. Let me make sure I'm getting this information accurate. Sorry. I think that's Saturday the 11th. Kings Mavericks Saturday the 11th, and then Portland OKC Friday the 10th. So, give you a little information on maybe that will sway your vote on who you choose. But we'll go SGA, De'Aaron Fox. Bob, I can already put your vote down. I don't even have to ask you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Dub, SGA or De'Aaron Fox?
Give me SGA, bro. What's his points?
Yeah, I'm taking SGA as well.
Yeah. Easy money.
Ron?
Sorry, Bob. Shea Gildress Alexander.
Don't say sorry to me, bro. I'm not playing.
Mustard.
Hey man, you already know I'm going with SGA.
All right, that's 4 SGA, 1 De'Aaron Fox.
SGA is the proper way to vote, you know, especially going on points because, you know, he has a bunch of empty stats. So that is the proper way to vote. You guys are definitely making the right decision.
I've come to the conclusion that Bobby is a professional gaslighter. It's just something he loves doing. He loves doing it, bro. You could be telling the truth to the man, but he'll just be like, "You're still wrong. You just don't get it. You weren't there." Bobby, I love you.
Like I said, I grew up in the 90s. You had to be there. You know what I'm saying?
So
we
even
were
the all-time
a little
greats-
more toxic, you know?
So even the all-time greats, when they're losing, like it's their empty stats, like LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. Even them when they were losing.
So I don't mean empty stats in the sense of I think Shaq was the first one to drop that term. when he said it, I don't mean it in that way. I mean it not so much as empty stats. I just mean that they don't matter.
Russell Westbrook had a bunch of empty stats.
Like I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how y'all take it. I don't mean like like that was just a bullshit. But I just mean like who cares? Like I don't care if you had 35
So
or
Russell
40 if you
Westbrook.
lost.
So Russell Westbrook empty stats.
And if he lost, yes.
Jason Kidd until he won on the Dallas Mavericks.
Every single person we're talking about, Jordan in the 80s. I don't care about all them 60 this Black Jesus that. I don't give a damn. You lost.
Yo, another thing too though that I don't
Yeah.
like is obviously it's only one person that wins the championship. But if you're going crazy and you lead your team to the championship, Eastern Western Conference Finals, even a second round if you're a bad team, I won't classify you as empty stats if you overperformed and led your team farther than they were expected to go.
But wait, Ron. I'm not talking about. So let me go ahead and clarify just so that there's no like real confusion. I'm talking about like per game though. Like, you know, if you don't win the championship, I'm not gonna say that was like a wasted season because only one team wins. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about like per game. Like if you're like, oh well, he had 40 last night. Okay, did they win? No, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really care too much. You know, I'm not saying like, oh, every season if you don't win the championship, it was just like a waste of year. So I'm not going that far. You know what I'm saying? That's
okay. But what about
that's
because
bogus,
in the case of SGA though, like his teams, like we said, they're already competitive. They're about 500.
Mhm.
I feel like there's a difference between those kind of teams and teams that are like, let's say like they only win 15 games in a season or 20 games in a season. Like those lottery teams that's going to be at the bottom of the bottom, like the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody care about them. There's a difference between that and what Shea is right now.
Well, you know, once again, I mean, I guess it must be just this beautiful Sunday morning. I'm gonna keep referring back to things my mother taught me.
All these players have had that though. LeBron
let me
Kobe has had that. All these players have gone through that. Jordan has gone through it.
Well, let me tell you. Like I said, I guess today's just a day where I'm gonna keep referring to my mother and things she taught me. You know, life just ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. It might not be your fault that you had a terrible team. You know what I'm saying? But that's just how it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're on a solid team, you know, make those points will matter again. You know, but as of now, we're just watching the show. But if you ask me, I don't care how many points you scored if your team lost.
Yo, I actually value stats.
So MJ when he put up 37 points per game in the season.
So Dub, that's a per game. I'm talking about per game. So the games he won of those 37 per that season, that's what's up. But the ones he lost, I don't give a shit. Like I don't care what you did when you lost.
That's so dumb.
That's unfair.
I know. That's what I'm saying. See, once again, Mustard, I grew up in the '90s. You had to be there. That was. I grew up in a time where we understood life wasn't fair. We know it's not fair. But that's not my problem.
You can't just say it's empty though. That means like
I might say empty in the sense of not in the same sense as you. I just don't care, bro. Like it's empty.
Do you care about LeBron James in 2018?
The games he won, sure. The ones he lost, like who gives a fuck?
He lost every single one. He lost every single one. Well, he put up 50 and lost.
Who cares? He lost.
Okay. Wow.
Why would he care? Why would he care about that? Why would he care about that?
I'd be mad if I lost. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should be mad. He should, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about because there's a lot of cats, right? There's a lot of cats that score 45 and they lose and they go around bragging about it. I'll drop 45. But you lost. That's what we're here for. We're not here to score a bunch of points. We're here to win.
LeBron James in 2015. You don't care about that either.
I don't care about the games he lost. The games he won, that's what's up, bro. Okay. But if you lost, bro, who cares? I don't understand what we're talking about.
I feel what you're saying. I do value winning over stats, but I absolutely have to tip my hat to historical performances. Like what Shea's doing this year. Like I know I just did a whole soliloquy of saying that I believe De'Aaron should be in there over Shea. But that doesn't undermine anything Shea's doing right now. Shea's going ballistic. Him averaging 31 points, kudos, all of that. Because Shea really is going crazy. Damian Lillard, kudos, because you are balling right now. So I will use empty stats, but at the same time, I'll still give you your credit where credit's due because we're talking about the National Basketball Association. Mm-hmm. It's very few people that can average 31 and can say that they have done that.
Right. Right, and so I see a lot in the chat right now. You know, I'm going outside or whatever, and once again, chat, I love you to death, but I'm not here to say things that make you like and agree with me. I'm just here to speak how I feel, and I've never cared about a losing basketball game, even if I was a part of it. If I don't care, if I lost, I don't. it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you do. I thought. See, that's what I'm saying. I thought we was here for to make things happen. I didn't know we was here for vanity. I didn't know we was going on the court to put cute ass headbands and wristbands on, and be pointing at your girl in the stands and winking at the girls in the stands, and oh yeah, I'm dropping. But if you're not winning, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here?
Okay, then what about Jordan
y'all
63? You don't care
did
about
he win?
that?
Did he win?
Oh wow! All right then.
What
I'm
about
just
when
wondering.
Isaiah Thomas tore his Achilles
Facts.
and was going crazy on Magic Johnson? Do you not care about that?
I care about the fact that he persevered through the pain and he went. He played. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing now with some G shit for real.
But he lost.
Then fuck it.
Jay, you got it, bro. Jay,
Like,
you
look,
got it.
if he lost, you know what I'm saying? He should have took took his little black ass to the back. It got fixed up by the trainers. He shouldn't have wasted it.
God. Yo, we started getting so far away from this, so I'm sorry for coming back to this, but I wanted to introduce first our wager of the week, and then last show Mustard, because Braun is only now 36 points or something like that away from breaking the record.
Yes, sir.
I have to get your prediction on how he's going to do it. But before we do that, I wanted to present the Lucre wager of the week. This is LeBron James at Lakers at Golden State. LeBron James versus Steph Curry for points. Now, here's the thing. We created this wager of the week a day or two ago before Steph Curry got hurt, which means he could potentially miss this game. We do not have a diagnosis right now. Nothing is confirmed. He's supposed to get an MRI, which probably is not a good thing. But if anything changes by Wednesday, we will let you guys know, and we'll make a new wager of the week. But this is our wager of the week right now as it stands. And with that being said, so make sure, if you haven't already, check Lucre out. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you're here live, 625 of y'all, only 94 likes. That's crazy. Math ain't math. And make sure you pay the entry fee.
Yeah, like the video,
subscribe,
download the app, use the Players
download
Choice
Lucre.
code. Go ahead and do that. And it's like, even if Steph doesn't play, we could do LeBron versus somebody else. Listen, I just want to take you guys' money. That's it. Hey, it's free money on the app waiting for you guys. The minute you download it, it's $20 right there. And then we can do whatever.
If you are watching or listening after the fact, make sure you check out Lucre, the link in the description. So, Mustard,
Use code D's nuts to see these nuts.
Oh my God. Here is here we go. LeBron's scoring record. So here's everyone's predictions for how LeBron's going to break the record. And I think he's going to do it against the Warriors. I don't think he's going to go off for 36 against the Thunder. Obviously, it's very possible, but I think it's going to happen in the first half of the Warriors game. I have him breaking it on a dunk. Joel from Pick Aside, he came on last episode. He has him breaking it as from a 3-point shot. Dubs got a fadeaway 2. J-Rob has a lay fuck you 3, and Bob has a sky hook. So actually, Ron, you weren't here either. So I need both of yours. Mustard, how do you think he's gonna break the record?
Do you want me to predict the game as well?
Sorry, Bucks. My bad. Yes, Bucks. Sorry. Yeah, sure. Game and what he's gonna do. I meant the Bucks, not the Warriors. My bad, Chad.
Yeah. But I think he's gonna do it against the Bucks. If I was LeBron, not even gonna lie, I would just go into the Thunder game, get 15 points, and leave. I'm not even gonna lie. I just
where are these games at, Mustard? Are they playing that in LA? Do you know?
Yes, I
The
believe.
next 2 games are in LA.
Yeah, the next game is in LA, and the Bucks game as well. You know, you want to do it on Kareem's old team, and you're on the team that he
would be
played
crazy.
in his prime.
That's
It's just a great coincidence, to be honest. So I would definitely do it there if I was LeBron. I think he's gonna break it on a let's do the fuck you 3. I think he'll do it there.
And that's the one. That's the one where he be dribbling. And he just looks at the ball and
Yeah.
does that shit. Yeah, that's fine. He better not airball that shit either.
He looks.
Hey, he can.
He don't even
LeBron
look
be
at the
airballing
ball.
sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to do that sky hook so bad, bro.
Hey,
I wanted
if he do it on
bro.
that, that's crazy. I'm not
That's,
gonna lie.
that's
Braun's clowning
legendary
if he does
goat
it.
shit right there.
He's clowning if he do that.
Why? I need to ask you
Ron.
guys.
Wait, Ron. What's he gonna do?
Well, first off, I'm gonna give my prediction. in the whole thing on the team he's going to do it against. I actually think Bron sits out one of these 2 games. And it's actually just what I would like to happen. And I would like to see him do it at Golden State. Against the Warriors in Golden State, kind of as a, yeah, you guys beat me in a couple championships, but fuck y'all, I'm the GOAT type of thing. And then Draymond's going to be out there with him at half court.
You already know Draymond gonna be at the game no matter what. You already know.
Draymond gonna be there hugging on him. Bron, I love you.
But how he's gonna do it, I believe it's gonna be in the least dramatic, but ultimately kind of the best situation. I think he's gonna do it at the free throw line. With that being said, like obviously that's not dramatic.
That's not least dramatic. That's not dramatic.
Well, I'm talking about least dramatic way for him to score, but it will actually be one of the dopest scenarios because the game's already stopped, and it's like, you know,
that's dramatic though.
I mean, yeah, I said least dramatic.
That's not the least. The least dramatic is a layup on a fast break or a dunk. That's the least dramatic.
You think a dunk's the least dramatic? I think a dunk would be the best.
A dunk would probably be the best, but I'm saying like on a fast break or something like that. Dramatic as if the pressure's at, like everybody knows, yo, you about to pass him right here, right now. The game stopped for everybody have all their eyes on you. That's it being dramatized because it's just not in the flow of the game. You're literally just waiting for this to happen.
Yeah. A game winner would also be amazing too.
Game winner be dope, but that's actually the best way. If that could happen, that's the best way for it to happen.
Y'all think if they lose, it'll ruin the moment to an extent?
No. Not
no, because they're gonna stop the game and have the moment before the game's over. So
what if Giannis or Curry just Curry? Let's hope he can play. I hope he gets better. But if Giannis or Curry just go off and they outplay him, like Giannis just dominates. Because you know Giannis, whenever he faces a top star, he takes that shit personal. No cap.
Don't worry, I got a lot to say about Giannis.
There's no way about you can
Giannis been going stupid lately, by the way. Giannis
don't worry, Buster. We're going to get to that. We will get to that. Believe me, it will be a lot of Giannis talk on this episode.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to overshadow breaking the scoring title. Like,
oh, no. Yeah, you're right.
So it's not empty stats, Bob?
Do
you give a damn about it if they lose?
I'll give a damn about the record, but I won't give a damn about the game if they lose. Like, if you lose, then that was a good game. You broke the record, but you didn't do it in one game. You did it throughout your whole career. So,
but also let's keep in mind they play OKC tomorrow or on the 7th. That's in 2 days. That's Tuesday. So they play OKC, right?
LeBron's 36 away.
He's 36 away, and that's kind of what I'm getting to. He can hit it against OKC. Let's not discredit that. He can easily go into OKC.
I'm gonna be so mad if he. I don't think LeBron would do that though. I think he would.
I feel like he's gonna play like get a couple points and leave. That's what I think.
Yeah,
but they need to win this game. It's like it's not like he can hold. They can't just hold back. They can't afford to lose games.
Sacrifice this. I'd sacrifice it if I was.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's that mentality. Must be you can't think like that. You gotta win.
If I'm LeBron, I already am the GOAT. That's what he's probably thinking. He probably knows he's the GOAT. It doesn't matter to him. He don't care.
So what you're saying is that he's just chasing Kareem. He doesn't care about winning. So this whole year's been empty stats.
They can beat the Thunder. I mean, the Lakers suck. I can't cap, but you know, I wouldn't. Me personally, I just wouldn't care. For my legacy, I need to break this in Kareem's on his old team.
The best thing for his legacy is to get into the playoffs and win a championship.
They're not like, unless they're getting Kyrie. Unless they're getting Kyrie, they're not going to do anything this year. Let's just be honest here. They're not winning the championship.
We'll talk about that in a second too.
These are all empty stats this year.
I want to get to some of these super chats because we have not touched any of these super chats.
Robbie has been in a rare form. Illness.
You look like you just yawned. You look like you worn out already.
I never worn out, baby.
Turn your camera off. Go take a quick 15-minute power nap, and then we could possibly see you in your rare form.
Is that what you've been doing every time you haven't been talking? You've been taking naps so that you could talk so much.
Hey, you know those new electric cars? How they stop at the lights?
That's
what I do.
I hate those cars.
You got to preserve your energy, baby.
Ron really does be sleeping anywhere and everywhere, bro. It's crazy. MC Robinson with the super chat. Has anyone watched the Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, a.k.a. Chris Jackson documentary? I recommend to watch it. That man can ball and was blackballed by the NBA.
Good. The NBA is a circus.
One of my favorite players of all time.
I watched the documentary, but he was a phenomenal player.
I have not watched it yet.
He was on All the Smoke just a couple of days ago too.
Some people say he would have been the Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
Yeah,
I mean, he kind of was in the sense of what he was doing during the 90s, like the shots he was shooting, the way he was getting his buckets. He was doing Steph shit in the 90s, and it was just crazy because nobody out there was shooting logo shots. I wouldn't say he was shooting logo shots, but nobody was just shooting just ill-advised threes like that and making them. And just in the way he was crossing people, just the way he was moving, like it's not obviously identical to Steph, but it's very similar. But I actually want to talk about what he actually did in college. Mahmoud was really like one of the best college players of all time. And I just want to put one thing into perspective. Mahmoud played with Shaquille O'Neal in college. And he was clearly, easily the best player. Easily. So if that just puts anything into perspective, he played with Shaq, who was drafted #1 overall, but his name was Chris Jackson at the time. He was the best player in high school or on the LSU Tigers that year. 55s, 40s.
He averaged, this is disgusting. He averaged his first year 30 points.
It's crazy. As a
the
freshman.
Second year, 27.8.
And the second year was with Shaq, so obviously his numbers took a dip.
Bro, almost shooting 40% from three to his first year.
What are you talking about?
Rauf.
Abdul Rauf.
You said he averaged 30?
Yes,
his
his
freshman year.
Man,
college. Okay. My bad.
Bro, disgusting.
I mean,
That's
Dub, it's more
insane.
impressive averaging 30 in college than averaging 30 in the league.
Nah, yeah, because that is actually very impressive. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Good energy. Yeah, bananas. Good energy podcast. Do y'all think Lillard got a good argument to be the second best shooter all time?
No.
Not really.
Not even close.
Why not?
Because
disrespect
there's
the game.
like 10 more in front of him.
When we look at the difficulty of shots, I mean.
And when we say shooter, are we talking about like just 3-point shots? Like
No, we're talking about shooter.
Nah.
Talking about shooter.
everywhere.
So like you're looking at guys like Dirk Nowitzki, Ray
Larry
Allen,
Bird.
Larry Bird,
He may be better
Kevin
than
Durant,
Kawhi
Kawhi Leonard.
Dirk. I'm not gonna lie. What Kawhi
Yo.
Leonard? What the hell are you talking about, Kawhi
He's
Leonard?
better
Kawhi
than
Leonard's a
Kawhi,
great
to be
shooter, bro.
honest.
Yeah, Damian Lillard's a better shooter than Kawhi. Don't
We're
do
not
that.
talking about just threes though, y'all. Don't forget.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. Kawhi Leonard's like one of the
Kawhi
best
Leonard.
mid-range shooters of all time.
Kawhi is a great mid-range shooter. I got Dame. I do have Dame over Kawhi. as a
MJ?
shooter, though.
No.
MJ just mid
I
range.
think the best
Still
shooter
shooting.
all
His
around
mid-range
all
is
time
crazy.
is Larry Bird. Undeniably Larry Bird. I think Larry Bird's undeniably the best shooter.
Nah, it's Steph.
That's Steph
Still
Curry,
Steph.
bro. Come on,
Mid
man.
range, from 3-point free throw.
Yeah,
Still
everything is
Steph Curry.
Steph.
So
Where's
we,
Elder when you need him?
we can agree that Dame is not close to being the second greatest shooter.
I think I'm open up for the conversations. I
Yeah,
don't
I'll-
think he gets enough
God.
love.
I'll say it is kind of close because we can talk about it, but I don't
Close
think
for
it's
what?
you know,
So
I
he's
don't-
so you say Larry Bird. So is he better shooter than Kevin Durant?
KD.
The fact that you're thinking about this is crazy.
But
Well,
KD's
no, I
better
don't- I
than-
don't
KD's a
think
better
he's-
shooter than
well,
Dirk.
He's a better.
What
He's a
I'm
better
what I'm
shooter
saying,
than
JD, is that some people can will argue for them, and since they will argue for him, I guess it's a conversation.
I don't know. Dame is a great 3-point shooter, but his mid range, even though it's good, it's not as good as like Kevin Durant or Larry Bird. Like I wouldn't give him the edge there. But his 3-point shooting, the volume, the efficiency, it's there. It's up there with like the best of the best. Not like Curry, but everybody else.
So do you think he could be top 10?
As a 3-point shooter, sure.
Yeah.
Yo,
for
time
sure.
out. Because y'all talked about this a little bit ago when Dame actually made this statement, and I was mad I missed the episode. Because I'm here to tell you guys, it's not even going to be a competition who's the second best 3-point shooter of all time. It's not going to be close. Now, I'm going to just give you this. Steph obviously is number 1, so we're just going to leave him out of this. Ray Allen, who's number 2 in 1,300 games, exactly. He's made 8,567 threes. Damian Lillard in damn near half the games, 752 games, has made 6,108. Ray Allen is smoked.
Ron,
smoked.
that doesn't. He might. You said
Well, Ray Allen's record is
you said he might be
more
the,
and more and more. as
You
time
said he
goes
might be
by.
the second best shooter of all time. I would say he might make
said
the
3-point shooter.
second. Yeah,
I said
yeah,
3-point
threes. I know. You said he might be the second best 3-point shooter of all time.
Yeah.
I think he might have the second most made 3-pointers of all
Right,
time.
because his volume.
That doesn't mean he's the best 3-point shooter of all. The second.
Yo,
best
and
shooter
my bad.
of all time.
I gave you guys field goals. I gave you guys all field goals. I mean,
Moron.
3-point attempts, Ray Allen is 2,973. Dame is 2,312. And with that being said, I still think that I still might have Dame over Ray Allen. I still
As
might
a
just because
shooter,
You can't do this today, JD.
no, but
I
here's
know.
here's why I'm gonna say this. You gotta think about what I'm about to say. The degree of difficulty on Dame's threes is far and more than Ray's.
That's
Far
his
and
fault.
more. The distance that he
Not his
shoots,
fault.
the way that they're contested, and just the amount of threes he shoots per game. On top of that, if Dame played in a better system, or with a different coach, like let's say he had a Steph Curry role, he'd be able to do what Ray Allen was doing, essentially coming off screens, things of that nature. Dame can do that. He just doesn't because he's the best player on their team, and every coach that he's had just gives him the ball and says, hey, go, come off pick and rolls and shoot those type of threes. So Dame could do it in that manner, and I think that will make his percentages go up as well. But, I mean...
What
Damian
about
Lillard shoots
what about Steve
37%
Nash?
career-wise from the three? 40%
about-
for a round. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Dame a better shooter than Steve Nash?
Yes.
I agree, too. I think Dame is the second best three-point shooter of all time.
Right, in the court of
you
law, you
don't,
can't.
Ron.
In the
Second
court of
best
law, you
three-point shooter, I
cannot
don't know.
bring you cannot bring circumstantial evidence into the court of law, Lauren.
What's the circumstantial evidence?
you talking about about Dame coming off the screens and whatnot? Like you think that if he did this, then he would have a higher percentage. That's just not.
Okay, then we're just gonna go with what we're going with. I think he's going to be the second best shooter of all time.
And also when it comes to threes, so you can big up a player for shooting 40 foot threes or whatever, 35, whatever. You can big a player up, right? And making them. I wouldn't talk
Game
about it if he was
winners,
missing them.
all
I
type of
wouldn't talk about it. I wouldn't talk about it if he was missing it. So I'm talking about making these shots. You can big a player up, but what you can't do is down a player for just shooting regular threes, because that's the only requirement for it to be a three-pointer is that you're behind that line. So if you're behind the line and you're hitting these threes, that's okay. I got you. You cannot down a player for not shooting at the logo. You can big a player up, but there's nothing wrong with shooting threes behind the three-point line. The level of difficulty argument. I'm not going for that.
No, I think what he's saying is he stretches the defense out further more than a lot of other players.
That's not what he said.
That's not what I'm saying. That's definitely not what I'm saying. We're just talking about strictly three-point shooting. And so, bottom line, obviously, yes, you have to shoot the three in order to make the three. So that's where everything starts. If Ray Allen was getting easier looks, or if he was shooting simpler threes, cool. But that's a different argument. The argument is just being a three-point shooter. I think Dame does it at a more difficult degree of difficulty. I think he shoots it further. I think he shoots more contested threes. So that right there, I'm going to give him the slight edge over Ray Allen.
I would. So I'm not sure if I could go with Ray Allen, but I do think he deserves top 5, top 10 nods.
Mhm.
If we're talking about just 3-point shooting,
But it's not top 10. It's not top 10. It's
top
5 for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm agreeing with you, Ron. I'm still agreeing with you, no matter which way you want to go. All I'm saying is that because I think I agree with your points. A lot of these 3-point shooters in NBA history, they didn't have the benefit of. I mean, they did. Dame didn't have the benefit that those guys had, where Dame had to have the ball in his hands. He had to create for his teammates on top of taking a higher degree of difficulty in shots. Like Kyle Korver. No offense, is like if I got asked for Kyle Korver or Damian Lillard to be a shooter on my team, like 3-point shooter, I'm gonna side more towards Damian Lillard because I know he could do the catch and shoot, and I know he could take it off the dribble. That's my opinion.
You take Kyle Korver.
So look. First of all,
I'm taking Damian Lillard. I'm taking Damian Lillard.
But
No,
look,
you're not.
Wait a second.
I'm
First,
taking
you should
Damian
definitely
Lillard.
take Kyle Korver.
Did
But
I say
Ron-
Kyle Korver? Did I say Kyle Korver?
No, you
Because I
said Dame, but I
not
think you meant to say Kyle Korver. But Ron.
No.
but Ron, look. So another thing about those threes, you're saying that the difference between shooting open threes and shooting threes with hands in your face. It's because I may not be because of this, but is it possible that a lot of these open threes were because of movement without the ball? You know what I'm saying? When you're running and moving while your other teammate has the ball, you get more open shots. So I think that's another thing. Like Reggie Miller and Ray Allen, guys like Rip Hamilton, guys that were running nonstop, because if you can't run, you can't hoop. So a lot of guys are running without the ball. Those guys, like I said, Reggie and Ray, they're running without the ball. They're getting open shots because of that. It's not like they're just It's not like nobody's closing out on them or they're just miraculously open. It's because they're putting in the work before.
So does the ability to create off the dribble, does that just not matter at all? Like Reggie Miller, was not he cannot create his own shot off the dribble. He could not do that. At least even if you think he could, which he couldn't.
Not to Dame's level. Not to Dame.
He cannot do it to the level of Dame or Steph. He cannot. So
Yo,
I didn't make the argument.
You guys are pissing me off about this.
What about does it not matter? Does it not matter that you're moving without the ball? Because moving without the ball is another form of playmaking.
And Curry does that.
I didn't say nothing about Steph Curry, bro. I'm talking about Damian Lillard. I didn't say nothing about Steph Curry.
We need to roll back. We need to rewind, bro.
Y'all hear shit like Dub. I'm not gaslighting anybody. Dub, relax.
No,
I'm not.
Put me into this.
See what I'm saying? This is exactly my point, Dub. I'm happy we just had that mini outburst because what I'm trying to explain to y'all is that I'm not gaslighting nobody. Y'all just sensitive. Y'all get triggered off of commercials and shit. Anytime somebody, oh my, I didn't say that. Oh, relax. I didn't even bring up Steph Curry or nothing. I'm saying that moving without the ball is another form of playmaking. You know what I'm saying? Because when you move without the ball,
I agree. And talk about the moving without the ball.
Rewind?
Hold up right quick. I'm gonna be quick, JD. With the moving without the ball, I do get what you're saying. But if we talk about moving without the ball, that's a whole different thing. We're just talking about 3-point shooting. Moving without the ball. That is
a part of 3-point shooting. Ron.
Moving without the ball does not go into 3-point shooting. That goes into style of play. That goes into style of play. So if I'm talking about somebody finishing at the rim, am I gonna say, oh, this player's better at finishing at the rim because he back cuts to get to the rim?
Well,
no,
yes, you should because you should
at the rim.
Well, right, okay, not the actual finish the part, but it's like I move when the big man has the ball at the high post, I cut so quick, I move. Not me in particular, I'm talking about just any hypothetical player. If I'm moving and I'm cutting to the rim, yeah, that gives me the ability to sometimes finish more easier layups because nobody the help side defense might not be there because I'm moving without the ball. I'm cutting.
When we're talking about finishing at the rim, we're talking about the degree of the difficulty. Though, if it's an open layup, if it's an open layup, everybody's supposed to make that.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm talking about through defense, around defense, in traffic, being guarded, contested.
Okay, well, you're leaving things out of it. Then you can't. You got to talk about the whole picture. You can't just look at one side of the picture. You got to look at it all. So I can't. You can't.
Please. Let's please come back to 3-point shooting.
I'm talking about the big picture. Well, we should talk about it all. We got a little time, JD. Let's talk about it all.
Are you here to fraud?
Are
you here to fraud?
Go ahead, Bob.
If I'm running without the ball, if I'm not stopping, I'm coming off the screens, I'm setting off ball screens, I'm setting down picks, I'm setting any type of pick. I'm moving without the ball. That allows me to shoot easier shots. I'm putting in the work. I'm not. Hold on.
I'm next.
Hold on.
No, Ron.
No, wait.
Wait, Ron.
Relax, bro. Just relax and let me get it off, bro. You can't disrespect the player saying, "Oh, well, his layups, the level, there's no level of difficulty." That's because he's a better basketball player and he knows how to move without the ball.
That doesn't mean he's a better shooter.
I didn't say
you're a better basketball player. Means you're a better shooter.
Well, not listen. I never even said that. You're just not listening.
You're about to piss me off with Kyle Korver.
What I'm saying is this: I'm not gonna down a player because he shot open shots because he moved without the ball. That level. All right, bro.
I actually respect Ray Allen's ability to shoot 3-pointers more than I respect Dame. I don't respect Dame as much as Ray for shooting logo threes. But I will acknowledge the fact that it's harder to shoot a logo three than it is to come off a screen and hit a three.
All right.
Okay, please. Can we come back to Kyle Korver, Damian Lillard, spot up threes? Dub and Mustard, whoever else, maybe Ron, I don't know, delusional in saying I would rather have Damian Lillard be my spot up 3-point shooter than Kyle Korver. And then for whatever reason,
spot up. No, time.
Nobody said spot up.
JD, this is what you were stressing over, JD.
I said shooter for my.
We said if someone said who's the better shooter between those two, I would take Dame. But Kyle Korver is obviously the better spot up shooter.
Okay, now it's obvious.
I would give him.
Yeah,
I would give him that too.
There we go. I was about to put you in a blender and you guys just weaseled your
So
way out of it.
that's what you were mad about this whole
Bro,
time?
because you bozos were thinking that you'd rather have a 6'2" guard standing in the corner for catch and shoot than a 6'7" sniper. Like I was about to lose my mind.
I'm with you on that one. I'll give
I'll
the
take
Kyle Korver is a better 3-point shooter.
Of course, Damian Lillard's a better basketball player, but what?
But where do you guys rank Klay Thompson all time then? Because that's all he does is just spot up.
Clay is
For three-point
basically
shooting.
Reggie.
He's a better shooter than Dame too.
Clay is
basically
basically
Reggie.
Reggie. Come on.
All right,
now.
we're getting off this. We've talked about this so many times. Drink more water. The Kings are 18th in defensive rating. They're a little below average, but not bad or terrible. The Trailblazers are 27th in defensive rating.
Shout out, drink more water. We don't got to talk about it.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox isn't the main reason why they're up that high, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Foreign topics. I don't know if y'all spoke on the Kyrie trade already, but I have a perspective on the trade I'd like to share. I believe it was a great
Business move.
Oh, sorry. Should have kept reading. Great business move by Kai's management team. We are going to actually talk about this right when we get through all these super chats, but great business move by Kai's.
I can't wait to talk about it.
JD, did he send another one with his prospective trade? Because he said he had one. I want to know what he got for us.
I would love to see that. MC Robinson, this
super chats. We hate him up here.
You're nuts. This is karma on the Nets. They shouldn't have traded Jarrett Allen, Karis LeVert, D'Lo, and Dinwiddie. That Nets team was a consistent playoff team.
Straight up.
They made the
I've
playoffs
talked about this so many
once.
times about they drop the ball, drop it.
They made the playoffs
Getting
once.
rid of
That was
Jarrett
a terrible
Allen, Karis
trade.
LeVert for James Harden.
They literally made the playoff once with that team.
No, but with Kyrie and KD, Karis LeVert and Jarrett Allen and who not Dinwiddie. He wasn't on that team, but someone else.
It was Prince. It was Terrion.
No, Dinwiddie was there
Terrion
too.
Prince.
With Kyrie and KD and
Yeah, they had him. He got injured.
They got
But
rid.
he was
they
in
sent
the-
him to Cleveland. They sent him to Cleveland.
he was part of the trade for. They
He
sent
was.
Dinwiddie.
Oh
to
no! He
Cleveland?
wasn't a part of the Harden
No, they
trade.
didn't.
He just
Oh,
got.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Dinwiddie?
talking
Oh
about.
no, not Dinwiddie. Not
Yeah,
Dinwiddie.
I was
Dinwiddie
talking
just
about the
got
Harden
hurt.
trade.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't like that point mainly because of you have to understand if James Harden and Kyrie probably don't get hurt, they have a good chance of winning that ring in 2021. And then all these little discussions you guys are having right now, I mean, it would have been all worth it in the end. So there was never a
They got
guarantee.
swept. Celtics in 4.
Yeah, it was never a guarantee. It was never a guarantee that team was gonna win.
Raps in 6. Dub, your LeBron hate is very prevalent. And Siakam star.
That sounds so weird coming from a Raptors fan, and you love LeBron as well. Like I don't know how that makes sense.
Hey, you know what that is? That's the Stockholm syndrome.
Respect. That's respect.
Stockholm syndrome, when you get used to somebody beating your ass so much, or you begin to love them.
Stockholm syndrome is when you get like you fall in love with your captor. When
Yes.
you get kidnapped and you
very
end up loving
similar.
the person that
Bro, what
So
did
the
you
Raptors-
just define it as?
Raptors fans that love LeBron got Stockholm syndrome.
I like Dub's explanation a little
Dub's
better.
explanation
I
was
get it.
When you get your ass beat so much that you begin to love them with all of your heart.
Nah, that's
So
I've
wait,
seen
so
it.
so
I've
like
seen
so
it.
so Bron is the dom in the
Have you?
Toronto
Oh
in the
no, let me
Raptors on the
not get in
sub.
this bag. Let me not get in this bag. My bad. I'm about to say some wild shit.
I thought you already did say some wild shit.
yeah.
I thought you said something else.
Wait, there's more?
No, we're not. Limitless said, y'all think
But
Russ
wait.
getting traded?
That's some BDSM shit, Dub.
If the Lakers getting Kyrie, then Russ gotta go. Come on now.
Some people like it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They like
Oh, hell yeah! They
do.
got hundreds of BDSM clubs
They
in
go-
Toronto.
They go home. They go home to their partners, just cursing them the hell out. And they're like, you know what? I still love you, baby.
Yeah.
I hate to see it. Hate to see it, bro.
Oh my God.
Shit.
I
So
like
they
it when you.
can- so-
I like
so
it when you
Bron-
call me a bitch. I love it when you call me.
Oh
a
my God, bro.
That was crazy. Oh
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, for real though.
oh, damn.
For real though, if Kyrie does go to the Lakers, Russ is probably gone. It's not even a probably. He's out of there. Without Kyrie, I think it's 50-50. Like if this Kyrie situation didn't happen, I think it would be actually I would more so say 60-40. I think they would more so lean into because Jeannie Buss already came and said that Russ isn't going nowhere. She would want to keep Russ, which that doesn't necessarily too much mean anything, but I think Russ has been playing good enough to the point where they may want to keep him. But with this whole Kyrie scenario, yeah, if Kyrie goes to the Lakers, it's a wrap.
Bro.
I saw your ears perk up there, Bob.
Yeah, I was getting tired. He brought my baby up, and I was, hold on, what we talking about? but y'all got to know, like,
the Cougar fiend. Oh.
There's no way that Russ ends up with the Nets. Like if the Nets like accept that trade or something with Russ, we have to start talking about where's KD going.
Oh yeah,
who is KD going to the Pelicans?
Wait.
Because
I have more super chats.
I got something for all of that.
I have more super chats.
Anyways, more about Jenny Buss though.
Sports PSP is Jokic y'all MVP? No.
De'Aaron is.
Hey, Sports PSP. Appreciated having you on Low Nose yesterday. Amazing setup. You was on there low key cooking. But
no doubt.
This is what we're going to stop doing today. Remember, I said I had some Giannis agendas to push. Well, we've reached that segment in the show where it's time for me to big up Giannis because I'm just trying to figure out. And we can talk about everybody that's in the MVP contention. If I tell you that this person scored 54 points and got 18 rebounds, if it was KD, you guys would be like, oh my God, he's rebounding now. Yes. If it was Bron, you guys would be like, he's 43 and he's still doing this. Amazing. If it was Jokic, if he scored 54 points and got 18 rebounds, we will be riding him. If Embiid did it, we would be like, okay, he's overtaking Jokic as the MVP. So why come when Giannis does it, we don't talk about it. We act like it's non-existent. Giannis had a 35-point triple-double last night, and he beat your Heat, Dub. And I haven't heard a peep from anybody about it. Finally. What are we talking about? Is Jokic MVP? No, Giannis Antetokounmpo is still the MVP and the best player in the league.
Can I say something?
Luka Doncic has.
Why don't you guys hold the same energy to everybody? When Russell Westbrook was won MVP, everybody was fine with him winning MVP because he was averaging triple-double, being the leading scorer in the league. But then Jokic is the first seed. Jokic is averaging a triple-double, so he's arguably has on the regular season, he has the best team in the league in the regular season, being the main catalyst of that. He's averaging a triple-double. His efficiency is ridiculous. I don't understand why it's disrespectful to have Jokic as the MVP over Giannis. Because especially
the Bucks and the Nuggets have the same record, Dub. The Bucks have the same record. The Bucks and the Nuggets have the same record, Dub.
Loved and praised.
The Bucks and the Nuggets have the same record, Dub.
Loved and praised Russell Westbrook when he was doing triple doubles.
Okay, and so let's compare triple doubles. Russell Westbrook averaged a 30-point triple double. Jokic is averaging a 25-point triple double.
Yeah, and his team instead of being a 6 seed, you just talked to me about team. No. You talked to me about team success earlier before in an All-Star game. So Jokic is a number 1 seed, or he has the same record as the Milwaukee Bucks. He is a 25 guy with a true shooting of like 68 to 69. He's averaging a triple double. Your impact to winning argument, you should be fine with him being the MVP.
Giannis has the same record. Dubby, are you not listening to what I'm saying? If they were in the West, Giannis, the Bucks will be number 1.
Oh.
If they were in the West, the Bucks
yeah, Dubby.
Is he averaging a triple double?
So a triple double is so that's the meter. If you average a triple double, you get the MVP.
When you're doing something historic like that, I'm sorry.
The historic triple double stuff. Triple doubles are watered down now. I'm gonna just be the first one to say it to you guys.
And that's why I say you guys don't keep the same energy.
Why do we not keep the same energy? Because Russ was the first person to do it.
Russ was doing it. We loved and sucked him off every time he did it. But for Jokic, for some reason, the guy's averaging a triple-double, and just because we expect it from him, or we expect guys to do this, we're going to try to diminish that as if it doesn't matter anymore. Averaging a triple-double, and your team being a first seed, they have the same record. They're all in the same realm with each other in terms of teams in the regular season. And the regular season, the MVP is a regular season award. So a guy who's having historic shooting splits and averaging a triple-double as a first seed, you're mad about him being the MVP?
I'm not mad about him. What I actually am mad about is that nobody is bigging up Giannis.
No, nobody. I agree.
Nobody's talking about Giannis. If I would go out and ask a majority of people who's your top 3 MVP candidates, Giannis wouldn't even be in there. It'd be people saying Jason Tatum. What?
Thank
are we,
you.
what?
And I
Tatum
could
is that's
agree.
the worst
What?
one, bro. I
And
hate
Ron,
when people
and
bring
Don't
Ron,
that
make
up.
me
listen,
turn my camera
and
on.
that's
You're right.
where and that's
Tatum.
where I can agree with you. I can agree with you. Yes, I do think Giannis, even though he's taken a step lower than what he was in previous seasons, because his
How's he taking a step
because
lower?
I'm about to say it. I'm
Over
about
the
to say
last
it.
5
I'm
games,
about to
dude's
say it.
averaging
I'm
42
about
and
to
15.
say it. I'm about to say it.
Jokic
'Cause
would
the shoot-
never. Jokic
I'm
would
about to
never average
say
42
it.
and 15.
I am
Go
about
through
to
all.
say
Go through
it.
all his.
I am about
Every
to
five
say it,
5 game
Ron.
clip over his career. He's
Ron,
never averaged
I
42
am
and
about
15,
to say
and a
it.
couple blocks.
I'm about to say it. Giannis, when it comes into terms of his shooting from all across the board, is a step lower from what he was doing last season. So yes, that's a step lower. That's one. Two, I do agree with you that Giannis does deserve more recognition, but to act as if it's such a crazy thing or disrespectful thing to
I
say
never
that
said that,
Jokic
Dub.
it should be
I never
MVP.
said that. I never said that.
Okay. So would you be mad if Jokic wins MVP over
No, I
Giannis?
would not be.
Okay, then we have nothing to talk
I'm just
about.
mad at the Giannis disrespect, and on top of that, the
No,
Bucks are on a
I get
7
what
game
he-
win
then you
streak.
could be mad about that. Go ahead.
No, I get what he's saying because like Giannis is now entering the part in his career where he's a victim of his own success. Like people compare him to himself. They're like, oh, his efficiency ain't what it used to be, but he's still insanely efficient. Like he's still got like what 60% true shooting, 53% from the field. Like he's still efficient.
And we're
You
not
feel
even
me?
talking about defense
His
either.
shooting, his mid-range shooting. I'm not gonna lie, it's worse completely. It is worse than what it was last year. But last year probably might be the best year of his career, and he still didn't win because people had got voter fatigue. You know, they said, oh, before it was, oh, he's won back-to-back MVPs. We can't give it to him because he hasn't done shit in the playoffs. Right after he lost to the Heat, Jokic has won 2 MVPs, hasn't even gone to the conference finals in either of those years, but yet they're gonna give him this 3rd MVP. You feel me? And don't get me wrong, I think
You think
Jokic
he's getting it for
deserves
sure,
it.
Mustard?
Huh? What do you say?
You think he's getting it for sure, Jokic?
He should. I mean, he's the 1st seed. I think he does deserve it. But it is
So
crazy that
the
all these
fact
other
that he's the
guys-
1st seed in a weaker conference that
no, it's
dicks
not
him
just
up
that.
more.
It's not just that. His numbers, he's playing up to par as well. He's playing up to par.
Nah, for
But the
sure,
thing
for
is,
sure.
Other guys have done it. Other guys have played up to par for 3 straight years, deserved it, and didn't get it because voter fatigue. LeBron didn't get it. Jordan didn't get it. Giannis did it. Hell, even Steve Nash. You could say he didn't deserve those 2 MVPs. But the 3rd year after, I think that was 2007, he played better than his other 2 MVP years. But they said, hey, voter fatigue, we can't give it to you right now. You know what I'm saying? So I think some people are resenting Jokic because of that. And it's not fair. It's not fair to Jokic that some people are resenting him because of that. But, you know, it's tough. Sometimes it just goes down that way, I guess.
You know, you beat me to that, Mustard, because I was definitely gonna bring that up. That's how to take that quick call, but I was definitely gonna bring that up. Like Giannis was so dominant for those years where it's just like now, and I'm with you. I don't agree with it either, but it's just Giannis was so good in doing such incredible things that now it's just kind of like I don't know if people are bored of it, if they're like, oh, we've seen this show before. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure, but what you were saying with Jokic and I was having this conversation with my brother a little bit ago. He was like, well, Jokic does this in the playoffs, that in the playoffs. And it's just like, that's not fair because MVP is a regular season award. So we do like, it's hard for us to not be biased with that or like to take that out of our mind, you know what I'm saying? Because we just can't. Like when I think about Jokic, I'm like, man, but he doesn't get it done in the playoffs in the form that some of the other cats do. But we have to, you know, we just have to try to remember, like, nah, this is a regular season award. So we can't knock Jokic in as far as MVP talks go about his what he does in the playoffs.
I'm just saying, I think they always change what the way they want to look at the MVP every year. And it is annoying. Don't get me wrong. It is annoying, but I'm never going to like penalize Jokic for it because he still has a very valid case. He shouldn't be stripped of his potential to win 3 straight MVPs because other guys, you know, it was taken from them. You know what I'm saying? Just how it is now. You know, even his 6th seed last year, he was the 6th seed and he won MVP last year. You know what I'm saying? And B could have won. Giannis could have won. They were both, I believe, top 3 seeds. You know what I'm saying? And some people, I guess, I resent Jokic, but at the end of the day, he's playing historic. He's playing historic in these regular seasons. You got to give it to him.
Y'all see what Nabil put in the comments? 34 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists on 60.5 true percentage against top 10 defenses in the league. But I mean, what? Hey, whatever.
That's him.
Hey,
Giannis is him.
Giannis gives you triple doubles too.
Nah,
Last night he had 35, 15, and 11. But
He's not Jokic,
what does
though.
what
He
does he
ain't
mean
Jokic.
against
I mean-
what does he mean against top defenses in the league? So he only those are only stats against teams that play good defense. Or-
Well, you know,
Yeah.
the Bucks happen to be
Yeah.
a good team, Bobby. You would know this if you were a season ticket holder and watched the games. They happen to be a good team. So typically, when they're playing against a team that's not a top 10 defense, usually by the time the fourth quarter rolls around, they'll be up around 15,
Right.
10 points. So Giannis will more than likely rest on the bench and prepare for the next night. You know, ice his knees, stretch.
right.
We have
You made me forget, bro. You made me forget my question. That's what I said.
We have an update on Steph Curry, by the way. So Steph Curry is expected to miss multiple weeks with a left leg injury. So we will update our wager of the week by Wednesday, and we will get that to you guys.
To talk more about Giannis real quick, I do agree with you, Ron, where Giannis could have very well been the other person besides like Larry Bird to win 3 straight MVPs. But because of voters fatigue, he got lucked out of that. And Giannis, for some reason, they're fine with giving him that grace. So it's weird how the league shifted their criteria for different types of people, and it's ridiculous to me, honestly. I hate seeing it. So I do agree with you on that point.
Dub, how do you feel about like the winning part? Should that factor into MVP? Like, in order to get MVP, should your team have to be like a top 6, top 5 seed, or?
In my opinion, I just try my best to just look at a player who I just think was more important to their team throughout the regular season, right? Like James Harden in 2015. I didn't think Stephen Curry deserved the MVP. I thought James Harden did because he lost Dwight Howard half of the season, and the team was still like a top 3 seed. You're still pushing that team.
Talking about 2015?
2015, yes.
Mhm.
They're still a top 3 seed. Kobe Bryant, when he was carrying Smush Parker and Kwame Brown, you know, I think he deserved MVP because of that performance that he did. I just think guys who are just clearly like more impactful to their team should win MVP despite the record. I do think you have to make the playoffs though.
Mhm.
Like you have to make the playoffs somehow. But I mean, that's just the way I look at it. I never liked the idea of just because you're a top 3 seed or a top 2 seed, then you
But
automatically
06
get
though.
MVP nods.
But look at 06. Like you said, 06, that was the year Kobe, I think, averaged like what, 35?
35, yeah.
Yeah. Even though there was a lot of candidates for MVP that year, it wasn't just
were.
it was Kobe, Steve Nash, Dirk, LeBron, right? Like those are like the 4. But Steve Nash was missing out. Who got? I think it was Amari Stoudemire got injured.
Yep.
Only played 3 games, and they were still a top 3 seed. They're one of the best offenses still, like that we've ever seen. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what happened
Steve
next
Nash.
season?
What'd you say?
Well, so I'm with you on 06, but what about the next year?
07. He didn't win next year, did he? Steve Nash
He
didn't
He
win.
went back to back. He went back to back.
Steve Nash went back to back when
You said
Kobe-
06 was the second year. 05 was the first year, and then 06 was the next year. 07 he didn't win. He didn't win 07.
Who got in 07? It was Kobe, right? Or was it?
07 was
It was Dirk.
07. No, it was Dirk. Yeah, it was Dirk. Dirk was the first seed.
Yeah, I think Kobe should have won that.
Man, Kobe got robbed all of
I
the
don't know if Kobe should
But-
have won that. Dirk
But
was
you know
amazing.
why? You know why though, Ron? You know why?
Actually, let me
And I
shut
thought
up.
it was
You
05.
better
I
step
thought it
out
was
of
05
Colorado.
when Amari Stoudemire got hurt.
Shit.
Nah,
Hey,
Kobe.
but Doug,
when you're a
try to-
lower seed, you're just not gonna win. Like that's just how it's been for most of
I
NBA
don't agree.
history.
I don't agree with that way of thinking at all.
Well, I think so. You know how they just went in and changed all these NBA awards and whatnot. It's the Michael Jordan MVP, and then they also added the clutch player, the Jerry West Clutch Player of the Year award. I think that award shouldn't necessarily be called the Clutch Player of the Year. I think it should be called, and y'all don't laugh at me when I say this, the Empty Stats Player of the Year. And obviously, you could use a different name. The person who basically showed out the most statistically. Because I think
Nah,
why not?
Bro, I think
I don't know
that's
about that.
Because clutch is. I think the clutch award is supposed to be for the players that show
closing
out,
out games.
like in the big moments and close out.
Like
close
last
out the
year,
wins,
DeRozan.
like De'Aaron Fox.
Like DeRozan
like
last
Damian
year.
Lillard. Every
So
year.
would you guys rather see DeMar DeRozan get an MVP or a clutch player trophy last year, or would you rather see somebody like Shea this year get one for really going above and beyond in the way that he was carrying his team statistically?
Well, maybe they need to make another award for those guys. But
Nah,
I'd
bro,
rather
clutch
be based
whoever
off of-
performs in the clutch to get it.
The
So
clutch,
I'd rather
yeah,
have
the
DeMar
clutch
get
thing
it, I
should just
guess.
be based off of clutch stats, and
How
what,
do we-
like we
so-
see
so
in the
the-
end of the games.
So strictly game winners and clutch stats, because that was also the thing we were talking about it when it first came up. How do you categorize that?
The clutch is just what you do to close out games, like in the fourth quarter. Put it out of reach, or hit the big shots. Things like that. Like how efficient you are. If you're making good passes and things like that. All that goes in the clutch stats. You watch it as well, and you see, like last year, I say DeRozan would have been that player because DeRozan was insane in the clutch last year. And now, granted, I'm a Bulls fan, so maybe I'm being biased.
Hey, Ron, you
but
know how you said
he was
don't
amazing.
laugh at you? Ha ha. That was ridiculous.
Hey, but hold on, though. So
Hey,
if
point
we're
and
gonna,
laugh.
if we're gonna talk about the most clutch players in the league right now, let's talk about the top 3 players in clutch points right now. And you let me know how ridiculous it's gonna be to give any of these 3 guys a trophy, a Jerry West trophy at that. You got Buddy Hield at number 1,
Boo.
Jordan Clarkson at number 2, and Malik Beasley at number 3.
Well,
For this award?
Yeah, they
but
have
I'm
the
sure
most
the
clutch points
volume.
this year.
I'm talking about, but I'm sure the volume of you have to filter out volume. You have to do all that when you look at stats. It's not just where these guys rank. You have to look at the volumes to see how many shots they're taking, and obviously watch it as well. We know Buddy Hield is a spot up guy. Like they're not even winning games right now without Tyrese. They stink right now. You feel
Buddy
me? It's
is
like a lot of
fucking
things
ass.
are going on with those teams.
Oh,
I
boy.
think, and I'm not trying to be biased here, guys, but I'm pretty sure we know who's getting that clutch award this year.
Oh, you
Come
think
on.
De'Aaron Fox? Huh?
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
don't
All right,
think,
let's get these
I don't
super
think
chats.
anybody. I
Who
don't
you
think
gonna get
anybody
it? Who
else
you
can
gonna
win
get
it.
it?
Let's get
De'Aaron
these
for
super
sure.
chats. G-Man with the 100. Yeah, KD will be remembered as mid in the future with only fraud rings.
Let's chill out. Come on now.
That possibly could. No,
Hey,
that
that's a
possibly could happen.
possibility. That's a
good
possibility,
possibility.
Mustard. not in like 5 years, but like 15 years though.
That's crazy.
In like 10, in like 15 to 20 years,
It's
he
gonna
could be
take like
big.
5
MGA,
to 20 years.
you're weird.
As of
You're
fraud.
weird for showing love to Buddy Hield, MGA. You're weird, bro.
TMF Willie with the super chat. Braun in Toronto has a Ike and Tina relationship. Drink more water. 32. 12
Wait.
and 5
No,
is a
JD. Wait, I
step
missed that. I was talking shit to MGA.
I
Please
can
go
see
back to
that's
that.
crazy.
What was that?
He said LeBron in Toronto have an Ike.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it. Drink more water. 32, 12, and 5 is a step lower according to Dub.
So this is the box score watchers that people tell you to be wary of. This is the box score watchers that people tell you that you should be mindful
Hide your
of.
kids.
Because the 13, 12, and 5 is great, but also you gotta consider that he's shooting all-time lows all across the board. I mean, not all-time, career lows all across the board from like mid-range and 3-point. Also, he's having, you forgot one box score thing that you loved. He's averaging the most turnovers he's ever had in his whole entire career. So, I mean, that's just what
no,
it
his
is. man.
playmaking has gotten worse this year.
That's
I agree.
that's just what it is. But you could continue watching the box score, but
I mean, Giannis is to me the best player in the league. But I think this year there are other guys that are having better seasons than him. I think Jokic is having a better season. I think Embiid is having a better season. Kevin Durant, he got hurt, but before he got hurt, I would have said KD was having a better year than Giannis as well. But I do think Giannis is still having a comparable season to all these guys. Like it's just not as good in my opinion. It's a pick 'em
splitting
damn near.
hairs. It's
You feel
splitting
me? Yeah, it's
hairs,
almost
honestly,
splitting
though.
hairs. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe Giannis, like when it's all said and done at the end of the season, we're gonna see how it is in the playoffs. But I think he's still the best player in basketball.
And so when the Bucks, I want the same energy being kept.
Well,
When the
that's another
Bucks,
thing. His defense is also elite. But go
Who's
ahead.
the
when the
top
Bucks
five?
finish number 1 in the East, I want the same energy being kept. Giannis for MVP. I swear. And
who's
if you're
y'all
not
top
saying it,
five?
I'm gonna slap somebody off.
If
this
he gets
show.
number
Who's y'all-
one in the
who's
East,
y'all,
then, hey.
who's y'all top 5 in MVP voting right now?
Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic.
Come on, Jay,
number
don't be
77
biased.
on the Mavs.
You don't have to be biased.
Luka
right now.
Magic.
Luka Magic is crazy. But who?
I'll
Not for real.
probably
Who's
say-
y'all top 5?
I'd probably say Jokic at 1, Embiid at 2, Giannis at 3, 4. I'll go Luka, and then 5. I guess Tatum can get 5.
You say I guess Tatum, like you ain't even want him there.
Yeah, Tatum can get 5. That's fine.
It's
All the other guys are playing
hard. It's hard now with KD and Steph injuries and stuff. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna take them out of my top 5 now. But I would definitely go Jokic, Joel, Giannis, Tatum. Number 5,
Luka?
I guess Luka. Yeah, I guess Luka. Yeah, for sure.
Let's say Luka Doncic.
Oh, you know what? No. Yeah, I gotta go Luka because they have a better record. But I wanted to say Bron.
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, but yeah.
Jokic.
I just wanted. To
Oh
say
no, that's
Bron.
empty stats. That's empty
That's
stats.
empty
yo.
I'm giving you my
stats,
list.
man.
No, they
Oh,
don't
sorry,
empty stats now,
JD's
but I
JD's
do
getting
believe- my
JD's
bad.
getting sad. Right
I'm trying
now.
to give you my
they-
list.
I do believe
MVP
that
can't be putting up
Don't you
stats
want to
now.
hear
Come
my
on now.
list?
well, why not? That's this. Hey, the NBA is a big circus. But what I'm saying is, this, I do believe that the Lakers are gonna make a run though. Like,
Don't you want to hear my list,
basketball's
Bob?
a game
Hey,
of
let's
runs.
Bobby,
see it
you
first.
definitely want to hear
Let's
my
see it
list.
first.
I got
I do for
Luca.
sure.
Nah,
I got-
nah, Bobby, but I am in agreement with you.
Damn,
I
JD,
have
fuck that
Luca.
list.
I have Jokic. I have Sabonis.
Oh,
I
JD, don't
have
do this right
Bogdanovich.
now. Which
Which
one?
one?
Bojan, come on.
Yeah, good shit, good shit.
Number
Yo, JD,
5.
this is crazy.
Kevin Herter.
Kevin Herter's been playing great.
I
So
think you should put
Kevin
John
Herter,
Collins on there too. No,
Kevin
JD,
Herter
you
could
know
be
this,
fifth.
you know it's February, right, JD?
Jonas
Kevin Herter could be fifth.
Valanciunas.
So
JD, they're gonna hate you for this. It's February, bro.
I did it specifically because they're already talking shit in the chat. So that's what they
Oh
get.
my god. Oh, he said that's what they get.
Elder Rufus, no go for Lakers on Kyrie. Don't want to give a contract over 2 years. I'm good. Utah trade. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this Kyrie situation. So, can we get a timeline on when this started? This started 2 or 3 days ago
What for Kyrie?
for Kyrie.
2 days
this whole-
ago. It was
So
2
it
days
started
ago.
2 days ago,
Friday.
and the catalyst was news came out of the Nets potentially not wanting to extend Kyrie's contract or something,
So
right?
they don't
so
want to
what
give him a
hap-
max.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
basically it.
So
Yeah.
perfect. So that comes out, and then there's some more news that's been coming out. So today, I think this came out. Woj dropped that what he's
Woj bomb.
seeking. Irving seeking 4-year, $198.5 million max extension amid trade request. And then there's the kind of like people that could potentially be involved that we kind of know of are like the Lakers. I've seen stuff about the Dallas Mavericks. Apparently the Phoenix Suns are engaged in this. I saw some grumblings about the Heat, but I think that's dead now. And then the Clippers apparently have entered the conversation.
So it's 4 primary teams. It's obviously the Lakers. Then you have the Dallas Mavericks. They're saying that they're definitely a suitor. You have the Phoenix Suns, and then the Clippers just entered the race yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
or the sweepstakes, if you will.
How can I mean?
I
How
would
can
like
you feel comfortable? How can you feel comfortable signing him to 4 years? Now I know a lot of things that happen with Kyrie are misunderstandings. You know what I'm saying? And with the vaccine and stuff like that, I know I didn't blame him for that. But just there are a lot of inconsistencies with Kyrie too. You know, like just leaving, just missing games and stuff to go to his sister's parties and
And
just
his
little
health.
things. You know, some things like that health wise. So it's kind of like, if I'm, if you're like in a relationship with a girl and things are just not consistent. You know, you step out on her, you do things, things that you're not supposed to be doing, and then you just ask her to marry you, like commit to me forever. It's like that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just ask for commitment like that when you haven't been the most consistent guy. So I don't think Kyrie's gonna get what he's asking for. I know I wouldn't give it to him.
But you know what? This is why I say I think it's a toxic relationship from both sides because
Yeah.
at the same time, I think I can understand that point of view. But at the same time, if you're in a relationship and then the person, wasn't having you back in scenarios where you needed them to have you back, what didn't have your back in scenarios, I threw you under the bus a lot, blamed you for a lot of things that was wrongfully accused to you. You as the other person on the receiving end of that is like, you're not looking out for me. I'm not looking out for you. So screw this. Like, what are we even here
Right.
for? And I
Right.
think I think that's exactly what happened. Where I understand both sides, but I'm going to side more towards Kyrie Irving because at the end of the day, the Nets did give him the short end of the stick this season. They did give him the short end of the stick last season for him standing on his beliefs. And, I can't sit here and be mad at Kyrie Irving for taking the road he needs to take because he's doing exactly what he should do. He wants to solidify his wealth for him and his family for years to come. And this is the way he should do it, especially playing at this high of a level right now. This is the time to cash in right now. So
You're definitely supposed to ask for as much as you can. I don't blame him for asking for a lot of money like that. Like you said, that's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
But it's not like this is some new Kyrie. Kyrie's always been this good. So that's never been up for question, his skill set. I just don't see this happening. I just
Well,
it's
people
not
need to be
really
reminded
logical
of
to me.
that, right? People need to be reminded of that, and people being reminded of that this season after him playing at this high of a level. This is the perfect time for him to push the trigger. Like, nah, it's time for me to go get myself some money, and
I mean,
Well,
but with that being said,
would
it
you
clearly
give him
didn't
that,
move a needle.
Huh?
Would you
With
give
that
it to
being
him,
said, it
Doug?
clearly didn't move a needle because the reason why I said that is because like I don't think nobody needs a reminder how dope Kyrie is. I think
Right.
that is
Well,
a given.
it's all about demanding what's right? So what happens if you negotiate for something, right? For JD, right? If I'm trying to negotiate to JD to get something out of him, I need to provide what I've been doing for him lately. It's not about what you've done; it's about what you're doing for me now. So a couple years ago, maybe I did do a lot of things for JD, but if I'm not doing anything for him now, JD's gonna look at me. Well, what are you doing now for me? Why should I
Absolutely,
give you something?
absolutely.
Why should I give you something if you're not doing something now for me? Kyrie Irving's doing something now for the Brooklyn Nets, and now it's his time to be like, nah, go ahead, take care of me. But the Brooklyn Nets and the relationship with Kyrie Irving has been terrible for ever since
Right.
3 or 4 years ago. So it's just a
But
toxic
the Nets
relationship that needs
the
to
Nets
end.
don't owe Kyrie anything, bro.
Well, I mean, my thing with this Kyrie situation is I understand where both sides are even coming from here. Honestly, Kyrie wants to get paid, and he should get paid. He's that good. I understand that, but he's unreliable. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's injuries, whether it's off the court stuff, things he said, and I'm not saying I disagree or agree with any of that. That really doesn't even matter at the end of the day. He literally cannot play a full season.
And
Without
right
something
quick,
happening.
he's played 278 regular season games since he's been with the Nets, or there's been 278 regular season games. He's only played in 143 of them.
Exactly. 143 out of what is it again? 250.
278.
278. That's
So barely
insane.
50%.
You feel me?
50%.
So both
A
sides
lot of that
understand
came
where
from
they're
the
coming
COVID.
from.
A lot of that came from the COVID year.
But I also think there's a chance that the Nets really might make him play or not trade him to spite him. Because Joe Tsai does not like Kyrie Irving. I do not think Joe Tsai is a fan of Kyrie.
But that's bad business, though. That's bad business for everybody.
It is.
To
But
cut
some
your
teams
nose
are-
off, to cut your nose
you
off
gotta
to spite
remember,
your
though,
face, bro, that's crazy.
But you got to remember, some of these owners are genuinely that petty. Remember the Kawhi Leonard situation? They could have got a way better package from the Lakers, but because, hey, we're rival teams, we don't want to give Kawhi what he wants. We're going to trade him to Toronto for DeRozan. And
That was a better move. I
Yeah.
would never send
No,
him to the
it wasn't.
Lakers. You got to play.
you could have
So
got Brandon Ingram, Kuzma, Lonzo, the way better younger players. DeRozan, they got nothing at the end for him. Really, they got nothing really for him.
So you would make a trade to put Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James together?
LeBron was not. LeBron was
that
not
would be
there
that
at
would
the
be
time.
amazing. That would actually be
No.
amazing. LeBron would
No,
love that.
I'm not.
LeBron
Yeah,
would have
but
loved that. I think they
That's
were
a
trying
good,
to team up.
that's a
If it's
good
the
move
better
for the
package,
Lakers.
you
That's a
take it,
bad
bro.
move for the
If it's the better
Clippers.
package, you take it.
No,
For the
bro, that's
Clippers.
bad
Spurs
GM.
still suck right now.
You never in any circumstance put Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James on the same team. You're just blowing up the NBA. You can't compete with that. Even if you
And at the
got
time,
if
we
you get
didn't
Kyle
know that.
Kuzma and Ingram, you can't compete with that.
Wait,
Yo,
what
let's-
year are you talking about? You talking about? What
It was
what year are you
2019.
talking about?
20 or no?
When the Raptors
2018,
were
2019, yeah.
when the Raptors were trading Kawhi
DeRozan.
or DeRozan?
Yeah, for Kawhi.
Y'all confusing me because he was on the Spurs. He wasn't on the Clippers.
No. The Spurs traded Kawhi to Toronto, and
Why is Bobby talking about the Clippers there?
Right. No. I'm after we was talking, but still, no matter what, you're still in the same conference. So that's why I didn't correct myself after I
okay.
realized what I was saying. But then I'm like, well, he's the Spurs. You still don't do that because you still have to.
Yeah,
play
they
these
still
guys.
don't like
You're
each
still in
other.
the same
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You can't do
but,
that, bro.
but that's what I'm saying. A lot of these owners they'll throw away the best offer for things that really don't even matter. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't think that matters. Like you could have got a better offer with that other package than DeRozan. Because in the long run, having DeRozan was pointless. You didn't do anything. You went to the first round, lost back-to-back years. 1 year, a couple years, you didn't even make the playoffs.
And then they let him walk, right? They didn't even trade him. They let him walk.
Oh no,
Did
they did a sign and trade, but they barely got nothing. They barely got
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. So
Yeah, but but what about with the Nets? The whole Nets organization is just up in shambles, and I think it's due to a lot of bad leadership. You know, we'll go back to that just like we talked
Ben
about
Simmons sucked,
three
too.
months ago. It's just terrible leadership going on in Brooklyn from top to bottom.
I
agree.
All this shit is ridiculous. Like KD and Kyrie, one day they want to get traded, and then they want to play, then they want to get traded. If I'm the Nets, I'll trade both of those buzzos.
Speaking of KD, I wanted to talk about if Kyrie's gone, KD has to be next, right?
Hold up right quick, JD, because I do want to speak on Kyrie right quick. And I want to say that, this is like a 50-50 split in terms of fault. This might be one of the most even situations I've seen when 50% of the blame has to be put on Kyrie for the situation and 50% has to be put on the Nets. The Nets haven't had the best ownership situation. They haven't been as, I guess you could say, nice to Kyrie. We were just talking about Josiah, how he dislikes him and just certain things, then putting those stipulations in and all of that. And Kyrie obviously hasn't been the best player and played the most and been as easy to get along with. Keep in mind, though, Kyrie did just say, or his management team just said, even at this point, even if the Nets offer me the max, I still wouldn't stay. So that goes to just to show how Kyrie actually really feels about Brooklyn.
They're saying that to save face, Ron. They're saying that to save face because they know they're not offering the max. So they're saying, I don't want it anyway.
I mean,
they gave him stipulations in his contract.
That's what I'm getting at, though. I don't think Kyrie likes that whole stipulation situation. So it's just like both sides are.
They asked for a chip. They asked for a chip for the stipulation.
He's ducking.
That's hard.
Now they asked for that because they want him to show up and do what he's supposed to do. He's ducking accountability. He doesn't want to be held accountable for his actions. So he's like, no, I don't.
Well, it's not just that. No. I don't think it's
my money.
No,
he's ducking
it's not just that, bro. Kyrie has suffered injuries as well. Why is it that he has to forfeit all his money or of that year because let's say he gets hurt? So I understand why he wants the financial security of his contract. That's natural in all athletes. You feel me? Like you want that financial security.
It's a job. And anybody, Bobby, you're going to want to be secure and you're going to want to make sure that you get yourself secure.
And it's a contract. You have to play for them. You feel me? So I understand why Kyrie wants that. I just think, honestly, the Nets team is just built so bad. Like, this is a team that traded James Harden, right? They put all their chips on the table for a big three when they moved on from Karis LeVert and Jared Allen and all these role players that really could have fixed some of the issues on their team. They did that for James Harden. And guess what? James Harden wants to leave because Kyrie didn't want to get the vaccine. You feel me?
But
and granted,
with that being said, Mustard, I'm not gonna say that the Nets team is just terrible, bro. I'm not
that's not good.
Yeah, right. The reason why I'm saying that is because when KD was playing, they was the number one seed. They showed that they were the best team in the East, or could be the best team in the East. They showed that they could ball. Kyrie was going crazy. KD was going crazy. They were the number one seed in the East. KD's coming back. Kyrie's still balling.
Ben Simmons in the playoffs. Ben Simmons has to play. Does he not? He has to play.
He's been playing. He's been playing. What?
And he sucks. Yo, he's bad.
Okay, so they're gonna lose because of Ben Simmons?
Yes.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yes. Him and Ben Simmons. He first of all, he doesn't want to score. On top of that, he's not a good.
He doesn't need to score. You have two players that average over 25.
What's he gonna do on offense?
Listen, we talked about this earlier when we were talking about Davion Mitchell. You don't need to score the basketball to be an effective basketball player.
But even his defense, but even on defense, he fouls way too much. Like, he can't stop anybody, really. He doesn't have enough help to really stop anybody. Claxton is the real defender on that team. Claxton is the one that's really doing a lot for them.
So you're saying that Ben Simmons hurts them?
Yeah, in the playoffs, he's gonna hurt them. He's not good.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, they need to be trying to focus on trading Ben Simmons then, so they can be a competent playoff team. But hold on, let me go back to my initial point because I don't think that Ben Simmons needs to score when you have who people would say 2 top 10 scorers of all time. KD top 5 easily. Kyrie, you could say he's one of the most gifted. You could say he's one of the most gifted guard scorers.
Yeah, I feel you though. Yeah.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying. So Ben does not need to score. You got Seth Curry. You got Royce O'Neal. TJ Warren should be coming back soon. You have other people to fill in the scoring sheet. That's not the issue.
But how many minutes are they playing compared to Ben Simmons? Ben Simmons is playing.
Listen. The Nets proved that they can be a competitive team. KD playing at an MVP level, Kyrie playing at
and they have no guard defenders at all. Like, their guards, Joe Harris is not a good defender. Seth Curry is not a good. They're going to get destroyed because of their size on the perimeter as well.
How do you see what they just did over the past month and a half and said that they can't compete?
Exactly my point.
Because y'all letting it trick y'all. Come playoffs again, Ben Simmons is going to be sorry. Joe Harris, Seth Curry, these guys are going to get cooked just like they did against the Celtics. Kyrie and KD, the problem with them is they don't have a legit playmaker on that team. That Kyrie's a great playmaker in his own right, but that's not his role. You feel me? That's not what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be like a primary decision maker.
So why wouldn't they just go get a playmaker then?
Now, who are they going to get?
Who are they going to get? So now you're saying there's no playmakers in the league too?
Mustard, I'm not going to hold you. You do realize that Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant were up 2-1 against the Bucks with a worse team.
And that was how long ago? That was 2 years ago, right?
I'm just saying. I mean, that's something that
was
they've
when
done.
they had.
Yeah, KD's playing. KD before he got hurt was playing at a better. He's a better version of himself from the 2021 season. Kyrie Irving from the 2021 season, I think, is the same type of guy.
And that's like I feel
So
like
it's like
that
if they're the same type of people and they were up 2-1 against Milwaukee Bucks playing at that high of a level with a worse supporting cast, why won't I think that they'll be able to make a run with a better supporting cast?
And Elder Rufus just said it too. They have Cam Thomas, who just scored 44 points the other night.
Cam Thomas is so
Well, let's
tough.
get this straight. For one, they don't have Bruce Brown anymore. Let's just get that out.
Oh my God!
No, Dub. I'm with him on
Bruce
that.
was a
I'm with him on
factor,
that.
Dub.
I'm with him
Bruce
on that.
Brown was good. He was
Bruce
good.
helped a lot.
Bruce
Bruce helped a
good
lot.
for them. Wait, Bruce Brown
helped a
was
lot.
good for them. I don't. What's wrong with that?
Bruce Brown has been good with the Nuggets. Bruce Brown,
Yeah,
Bruce Brown
he was good for them. And
Oh
nobody
my
wants to say this.
God.
Nobody wants to say this as well. I'll even say this. Blake Griffin was even getting some stops on Giannis in that.
Oh
series
my
as well. Blake Griffin was
God.
doing
Blake,
good.
Blake should have got a
was
lot
doing
more
good.
minutes last year. Blake should have got a lot more minutes last year, especially.
Blake,
in the
okay,
playoffs.
I don't know about
Yeah,
all
sweat.
that, but he was doing
When I
good.
say a lot more, I'm
against
talking about
the
maybe 3 or 4 more
They
minutes.
didn't
man.
have
Probably
Patty
more.
Mills though.
Patty Mills. I mean, he's kind of.
They had Joe Harris. They had Joe Harris. Who's
That Mills
playing
not that.
terrible.
That's my point though. Now they have small. They got these guards that
Seth
are
Curry.
not good on
They have
defense.
Seth
Seth
Curry.
Curry. There's a reason Seth Curry's been traded all across the league because his defense is bad in the playoffs, dog. He be
Oh
getting cooked.
my
Yo,
God!
Mustard.
There's a reason
Seth
he's been
is a straight
everywhere.
hooper. Seth is a hooper. bro.
Mustard. So the reason why I started talking about how good that I believe that the Nets team can be is simply to say the reason why the organization is not good in the eyes of Kyrie and KD, and this is the reason why they've been asking for trades. Because if we just mentioned all that, right? They can go flip for another defender and go flip for another solid playmaker to come and help their team, but they're not doing that. So that's why, like, you got to think when guys like KD and Kyrie are looking like, yo, our team is good, but it does need to get a little better. And management isn't doing anything for you, that's going to be frustrating. On top of that, the contract situation with Kyrie, just going through his different bouts with ownership, Josiah, Kyrie really doesn't want to be there.
So what happens whenever they get into the playoffs, right?
Wait. We don't need to talk about the Nets in the playoffs. We need to talk about this Kyrie trade because clearly they've already announced that Kyrie is going to sit out until the trade deadline on the 9th. So he's gone. I don't want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets as currently stands. I want to talk about the future of what they'll be.
No, Mr. Income, are you dumb or stupid?
What?
Because the reason why we're moaning for Bruce Brown is, yes, he provides defense, but Seth Curry is just a better player than Bruce Brown one. So yes, I think Claxton and the
I don't know about
defense, the Claxton and the way that he's emerged defensively, I think it makes up for some of the gap that Bruce Brown had for the defensive side of the ball. Let's not act as if people weren't guarding Bruce against the Celtics series. They weren't guarding Bruce Brown. Like, I know he performed well, but they weren't guarding him.
I agree.
Did you not see what Bruce Brown was playing in the play-in?
He was hooping, but they weren't
even in that other year.
But Mustard, they weren't guarding him though.
Remember when they went off when KD had that game against the Bucks? Who hit 7 threes that night with them? Jeff Green. Jeff Green went crazy in that game. 100%. They had some role players that could play.
No. But the point is, you have a guy like a Seth Curry. You have Patty Mills on that team. You got Clax, who took a step up defensively. Ben Simmons, even though you're saying he's not that great of a defender, he's still a plus defender on that unit.
He's a solid defender.
He's still a solid. So you have a solid defender with a better rim protector than Claxton. Kevin Durant is a good defender as well. And you have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, who's the same guys they were in 2021. So to sit here and act as if it's such a crazy... Wait. I'm sorry. I'm talking to the chat right now because the chat is dumb as shit all the time. To sit here and act as if... to sit here and act as if what I'm saying is incorrect, you guys are dumb for thinking that.
These opinions are dubs and dubs alone.
No. You got Kyrie and Kevin Durant, who's the same guys with a better supporting. They have a better supporting cast, and y'all act as if they can't make something work the same way they did in 2021.
They're gonna make a second round exit. What you mean? That's making it work.
I love you, chat. Stay engaged.
I think they could make a run.
I think the Nets fully healthy. I wholeheartedly believe that the Nets can beat any team in the East.
I can't believe
I really do.
You're
saying with Kyrie, though, right?
I can't believe
with Kyrie and KD playing at the top of their games, I really believe that the Nets can do that.
Y'all really caping for Bruce Brown?
Bruce Brown got game, Dub. Stop it, bro.
Dumb?
Stop it, Dub.
Over Seth Curry? Royce O'Neal. I forgot about Royce O'Neal too. What are we doing?
Wait, Dub. Were they saying that they would rather have these guys over Bruce, or were they just saying that Bruce
What's
is
a
a
better
baller?
supporting? Let me
'Cause
ask the chat this. Let me ask the chat this. What's a better supporting cast, 2021 or 2023 for the Brooklyn Nets around Kyrie and Kevin Durant?
It's clearly this year.
But that's
Without
not,
James,
that's not,
without James
that's
Harden.
not because
Without
that's not
James
because
Harden.
of Bruce, that's not because of Bruce Brown, Dub. There's more players. You can't just say that and act like that. Just is that just
It's Yuta
that
Watanabe.
proves your case, bro.
Thank
That
you.
doesn't just
We
prove
have
your
people
case.
being honest. We have people being honest, bro.
But
That's the only
you're
point.
right. You're
That's
right,
the only
Dub.
point I made, Bobby. That's the only point I made.
But I'm saying no. Don't use that to down Bruce Brown's impact on the team. Bruce Brown was balling, bro. Like Bruce Brown really
was
got
good,
him,
and
especially the latter
yeah.
the latter end of the season into the play-in tournament, bro. Bruce Brown was going crazy.
No.
Bro. Like,
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not gonna say Bruce Brown was like terrible. I think he provided good defense, but they weren't looking at him to score. Like they weren't keying in on Bruce Brown to score. That's
exactly.
one.
You don't
Two,
look.
and all I argued,
in the
all
playoffs.
I was arguing was this 2023 supporting cast compared to the Bucks 2021 supporting cast with Kyrie and Kevin Durant minus James Harden is better. And then Mustard brought up Bruce Brown.
Mhm.
So yes, in this comparison, when I'm comparing Seth Curry, Patty Mills, Claxton, who's better, Royce O'Neal, and you just bring up Bruce Brown, I'm gonna look at you like you crazy.
Bro,
Dub,
did
what
you not
exactly
watch?
does
Did
Seth
you not
Curry
see what Bruce
do?
Brown was doing, bro?
What exactly does Seth Curry do? All the things better that Seth Curry does than
And what
Bruce
year are we
Brown?
comparing? 2021 Brooklyn, right? You said.
Yes, 2021 when James Harden got hurt and they were up 2-1 against the Bucks.
What
still
does
had
Seth
Jeff
Curry
Green.
do better
Jeff
than
Green, I already
Bruce
said Jeff
Brown?
And
Green
the
knocked
chat
down
mad as
Kevin
hell
Durant.
because they has got put on the spike.
I already
Gotta
said
put
Jeff
this
Green
back.
knocked down. Jeff Green
Yeah,
was
take
knocking
that
down
L,
Bruce
chat.
Brown.
Take that L, chat.
What does
Y'all
Seth
look like
Curry do better
casuals.
than Bruce
Y'all
Brown?
look like casuals.
What does Seth Curry do better than Bruce Brown?
Score the ball, pass, play make. Everything on offense he does better.
Everything on offense?
Literally everything on offense.
Okay.
Like
He
it's
shoots
not
better.
even a debate. It's not even a debate.
Hey, I got big love for Seth Curry, but only thing he really does better than Bruce is shoot.
Take that L, bro.
Well, it looks like you just wanted him to take the D by the.
Fire.
Oh, pause.
That's not cool, JD.
I mean,
That's
he
so
did
not
just
cool.
turn his camera
That was
off and show
crazy.
you his D. So,
Nah, JD is crazy.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
Yo, but can we talk about Kyrie trade packages though? Can we
Please.
talk about how Kyrie
And we
looks
still
at all
have to
these
talk about
destinations?
KD
The
because
best-
there's
the
no
best-
way KD stays.
I would say no. If KD to get KD to stay, I actually think a Kyrie to Phoenix trade is not bad. Like
For who?
K-
For who?
For
Kyrie-
who?
One
And if you
Chris
say
Paul,
Chris Paul,
Chris
oh, Mustard.
I'm just saying. No. Let's think about this. First.
Come on.
Let's
Wait
think about
for
it.
Dub to come back so we can I could talk shit about Chris Paul.
Let's think.
Thought about it.
Let's
Next.
think about it, right? First of all, Kyrie's gone. There's nothing they can do right now. They have to move Kyrie, or else he's gonna leave and they get nothing. So, like off rip, you're not gonna get equal value for Kyrie, right? He has half a year on his contract. I'm not giving up anything too crazy for this man, right?
Right.
So the best you can get is probably picks, some type of young asset, and contract filler, right? Because that's probably what you're gonna get.
This chat
So-
crazy, bro.
Chris Paul is contract filler. Maybe you could get like, I don't know, Jake. You probably have to throw Jake Carter in there because you can't lose right now. You cannot be a losing team. The Rockets have all your picks, so you can't just go to the bottom of the lottery right now. There's nothing you can do. So if you get Chris Paul, you get Jake Carter, and you get a pick or two, that's a
I
dub.
mean, they got some other
No,
pieces too. They
if-
got
if
like
they-
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson, if you throw Cam Johnson in there, that's tough because they already have a bad. Their bench is not very good. You know what I'm saying? So Cam Johnson, I think you got to do your best to keep it. If not, hey, throw
I
him
mean,
in there
even with
probably.
that being said, you still got free agency. If you got Devin Booker, Ayton, Mikal Bridges, and KD, people they're gonna get somebody to come over there and play with them.
But the
KD.
Nets
I thought we were talking about
aren't taking Chris Paul and Jake
Oh,
Crowder
no.
for
And
Kyrie
they're
Irving.
They're
definitely
also
not.
not
Well,
taking
hold on.
Chris Paul,
Kyrie
period.
is half a
Oh,
year
hold
in
on,
his
though.
deal.
Hold on, no, yeah.
I
Buster's not
understand.
lying. No,
I understand,
Kyrie's trade value is diminished. They're
Yes,
going
it's
to get,
low.
They're getting bare minimum for Kyrie for what he's worth.
No, they're not
getting-
going to get bare
they're getting-
minimum.
They're getting bottom
are.
dollar.
They
for
will
what
not get bare minimum.
for what
They're getting pennies.
for what Kyrie's worth, not just bare minimum in general. For what Kyrie's worth, Kyrie normally if he would have done what he was supposed to do over these last 3 years, played consistently, yada yada yada, Kyrie would be worth 2-3 first round picks and another either a young upcoming superstar type of player or another all-star in exchange for him.
Well, here's another thing, Ron.
And also his contract as well. He has half a year left. He could just leave.
Right,
Exactly.
and that's what I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure that's what Mustard was alluding to. Because you got to remember who you're dealing with, bro. Like, I'm not trading for Kyrie Irving because, like, I can see Kyrie. Like, I can honestly see this. I swear I can see this. The Nets make a deal with LA. He goes. He's back with his big brother LeBron. He's in LA, and then he just doesn't feel comfortable. He's like, oh man, this is too Hollywood.
But you gotta remember,
I gotta go. Like, bro, we are dealing with Kyrie Irving. He will go anywhere, and he will leave, bro.
Kyrie's definitely a glass half empty type of guy for sure. Definitely,
that's one of the reasons why I think he's gonna go to the Lakers, because the Lakers are the only team I think that no matter what, they're gonna give him that contract that he wants. I don't think they're gonna hesitate to give him money. You think LeBron's not going to bang?
I don't think they should hesitate.
He still might be like, you know what? This isn't the right fit for me.
Hey, who's going to pay him? Who's going to pay him?
LeBron is for sure politicking.
I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
Like,
the Lakers are the only team I think that would actually pay him no matter what. They're going to pay him his money.
But will he take it? Will he take it if he says this is what I?
If he has no other option, he has to.
He doesn't have to. Somebody's
going to take it if they give him what he wants.
But who can afford him and sign him just off rip? Because you get the bird rights.
You guys are thinking logically right now, and you can't think logically right now. We're talking about Kyrie Irving, bro.
He's going to Houston.
I'm more so want to talk about the Lakers though, and how they feel about getting Kyrie, because it's been a couple reports. Remember earlier this year they weren't trying to come off both of those first round picks. I think as of now they are willing to use both of those first round picks in order to get them. I know they were also saying that. In no deal will they include, which I don't understand at all. In no deal will they include Max Christie or what's his name?
Austin
Reeves, which is bogus to me.
They better stop that right now.
That is absolutely bogus. Now, I like Austin. I like Max Christie. Both of them, I believe, don't even have all-star potential. So why would you not want to come up? Why would you not come up off?
Wait,
him?
Braun, why does that matter though? Why does all-star
potential do for you?
All-star potential doesn't necessarily matter.
What does Max Christie do in the next 10 years for the Lakers?
Especially if they can get Joe Harris.
If you look at them, bro, I don't know that much about their game, but I'm just thinking like just that statement to me. That statement to me doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense when they fit your system or your future or whatever, and like what you want to, what the player you want to put as the star around them, and they feel like those guys could complement the star well.
So Max Christie and Austin Reeves could both get the hell.
But I mean, I don't know about Austin Reeves. Like, I don't know why they love Austin Reeves like that.
Austin Reeves and Max
I don't even know who Max Christie is.
For Kyrie, you can get rid of him.
Yo, MGA, I'm not hating on Max Christie, but who would you rather have, MGA?
But you're also forgetting though. You're also forgetting though.
Or Kyrie today. Well, because listen, you never look. This is a weird game we play when it comes to professional sports. Max Christie, and I hope this doesn't happen, but anything can happen to him on the court tomorrow, and he might not pan out to be the player that he's supposed to be. On top of that, who before I just mentioned Max Christie, who was speaking highly of Max Christie like that? Who are we putting him in contention to be one of those ones?
I'm just saying, before you brought him up,
JD doesn't even know who Max Christie is.
How old is this guy though?
Well, JD's a casual.
Okay, he's a kid, bro. He's 19 years old.
No, but JD, Max Christie is a solid player though, bro.
So then, Ron, you know why they're not trying to move him then? Because they look at the season. This kid is a kid.
They're going to get a draft pick this offseason and get another 19-year-old.
I think the only reason the Lakers are saying this
and get two more 19-year-olds. We hanging on a 19-year-old who hasn't proved to us that he can.
Because he's 19.
So JD, are you making that trade? Yes or no?
I don't know because I don't know who Max Christie is.
And that's the point I'm making.
But that doesn't matter. If they see the value in him, then I don't see the issue.
You guys do know that players flop every year that have tremendous value.
Yeah,
Tyreek Evans averaged 25 and 5. What was his name?
But maybe they have like a 2 or 3 year plan in mind with the kid, bro.
Rookie of the year?
Michael Carter Williams.
Michael Carter Williams came and bought out, and then what happened?
Don't forget, you was hyping THT.
And I still think THT is nice. But if it was,
bro, you are gassing THT.
If it was THT for Kyrie, it would be peace.
You said THT was one of one.
He said THT was a future perennial all-star.
Bro, like generational talent, bro. That was insane, Ron. That was insane.
Ron, you said THT was a future Hall of Famer, bro.
I did not. I said that.
Bro, you said a lot of shit.
I said that.
You said a lot of crazy shit. Bro.
All right, well, go dig it up. But am I saying right now is that crazy?
I'm talking about in like living room talks. I don't know if you said it on camera, but I'm talking about just living room talks.
Yeah,
living room
bro, you capping.
Oh, y'all thought THT was him, huh?
Here's all I'm saying is it's in no universe am I not trading for Kyrie Irving to put him with Anthony Davis and LeBron James and the other pieces that they're gonna have to keep Max Christie.
So here's the only issue though, Ron, is the Lakers won't offer a 4-year deal. But here's the flip side to that is that Kyrie, if he had the opportunity to team back up with LeBron and AD, a three-headed monster over in LA, do you think that he would accept an offer that the Lakers were willing to negotiate? So let's say a 2-year deal, maybe a 1-year. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what you have to do. But would Kyrie take that? Or do you think that he wants that 4-year deal no matter what?
He absolutely wants that 4-year deal. And
Right.
and guess who I want? It's a couple celebrities that I want, but if I could only get an Instagram model with 10,000 followers, I'm gonna take that. So Kyrie's gonna take what he's offered, and with that being said, I do think the Lakers are gonna offer him something that's fairly nice. I think he will get a 2-year, or maybe even a 2+1. But even with that being said, it's all contingent on what they do. If they come and they make a deep playoff run and Kyrie balls out with them three, then hell yeah, they're going to offer him something. On top of that, he has LeBron's stamp of approval. I'm assuming he's going to have AD stamp of approval. And I mean, maybe I'm just being, naive of what Kyrie can or will do. But I think that they'll be looking forward into the future of really trying to get a ring or two with those three.
I'm only offering Kyrie one year deal as well. You only get 1 year out of me.
But how many Instagram models are you offering?
Hey, it's LA. They can offer a boatload of hoes. I mean, a boatload of those.
What you guys talking about? I was just cooking the chat.
We're talking about a busload of hoes right now.
Talking about hoes? Hey!
Okay, we're off this. Albert Colazzo sent a super chat chiming in about this Kyrie Irving situation. Kyrie for Westbrook plus pick. KD to Pelicans for Ingram, Alvarado, multiple first picks. Lakers and Pelicans are contenders. Ratings go up. Nets rebuild. What do you guys think about that?
Yo, it's funny he said that because I actually have a trade in mind that includes Kyrie and KD. At this point, if I'm the Nets, I'm over everything because I don't believe it's no trade that you can make to send Kyrie out and bring any pieces back that makes the Nets competitive. So at this point, I'm like, what's my point in keeping KD? For him to just come around and cry next year and ask for a trade too? No, I get over it right now. And the number one team I'm thinking of, see, this is a smart man. Great minds think alike. I'm thinking of the Pelicans. I shoot KD and Kyrie both to the Pelicans, and you guys give us every pick from now to 2030. Okay, we start with that. Give me as many draft picks as you can, and then I want Herb Jones, I want Trey Murphy, maybe Alvarado or another young player, and then give me Brandon Ingram too. And then we're cool.
Ron.
We're talking about Kyrie and KD.
I want that just for KD.
Pelicans wouldn't do that. Pelicans would never do that.
Why would they not? You would have CJ
McCollum,
Kyrie
much,
Irving.
bro.
You have CJ McCollum, Kyrie Irving, Zion Williamson, Kevin Durant, Valanciunas.
That's a squad.
And then that's crazy. And then on top of that, they still have pieces on the bench. They have Najee Marshall. They have Najee Marshall. They have Jackson Hayes. They got that would be. I think that's an even trade across the board.
They shouldn't trade Alvarado. They should trade CJ, mainly because if you're gonna bring Kyrie, you might as well just get rid of CJ one. Keep some defensive guys. Try to keep Herb Jones or Alvarado. You're gonna need some defensive guys who could stick the best offensive players on the opposing team. But the Pelicans wouldn't be a bad trade. I'm not really mad at that. Get Zion, KD together. Zion, KD, and Kyrie. That's what should have happened on the Knicks. Remember that? That's what the Knicks dream were. to get Kyrie, KD, and Zion Williamson. Then they could go create that on the Pelicans.
Poor Knickerbockers.
And Elder
There-
Rufus said he want to come up real quick.
The Knicks.
There's because we're talking about his Lakers.
Yeah,
We got
Lakers-
we got Ask Elder
Ooh.
tomorrow. We'll have a full hour and a half to talk about this
Yup.
Kyrie to the
Gotcha.
Lakers or not.
Y'all talking about the salary cap. So, okay, throw CJ McCollum in there then. So, trade centered around CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram. I think that works out for both teams. The Nets get a young superstar, but then also the Pelicans on the other end become even more competitive.
I'm not mad at it. I'm really not.
The Pelicans are gonna get KD. It would have to be like an Ingram trade. Kyrie, I don't think Kyrie can go to the Pelicans off of a trade.
Not for sure. More so, what I'm saying is I'm getting rid of both of them. I'm not even waiting on it. I'm not even. What's the point in keeping KD? Just to wait for him to demand a trade this summer. Just for him to demand a trade.
The offseason, you can wait till the offseason to trade KD though.
I mean, yeah, you can, but I mean, I would much rather start my rebuild sooner.
It's gonna be hard to look for a trade in the next couple of days that you like.
No,
KD
it's
was
not.
still-
These GMs
It's
can put
offseason and they couldn't find one. So just wait till next year. That'd be less time on his contract, probably be even easier.
Oh,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
KD.
We're talking about KD. Here's why I'm saying I would want to get rid of KD now, and I would be on the phone talking to every single team in the league. Reason why I say that is because at this point, bro, I want the best first round pick I can get next year.
You're gonna get a bunch regardless, no matter what. For KD, you're gonna have to get a bunch.
No, I'm talking about I want our pick to be the best.
So if you're the Nets,
Yeah, at this point, you know what? We get rid of KD now. Obviously, we're going to lose a whole lot more games.
That's another thing. The Nets don't have their pick. That's one of the reasons why you also might want to keep him because you don't have your pick. You've traded it all. By the way, Rockets fans, you got to be rejoicing right now. But you've traded it all to the Rockets. You feel me? Like you've pick swapped and done all that shit with them. So you really can't be trash. Because remember when the Nets traded their picks for the Celtics big three of Paul Pierce and KG, and it'd be the same thing. You feel me? You can't just tank all of a sudden, or else your picks.
I mean, I feel you on that. Even with that being said, I mean they have two major assets. Kyrie not so much just because of just everything surrounding him, but KD for sure. They can be able to get a load of picks in.
Oh yeah,
they can easily get 4 picks for KD, and it doesn't have to be a direct trade. You know it can be a 3-4 team trade where they're getting picks from here, a couple picks from there.
Toronto, pick up the phone, call KD right now. Get that trade done right now.
They're not coming off of Scotty.
Out of there. No, get Scotty out of there. Get Scotty out of there. Get as long as you got Siakam. Van Vliet's a little suspect, but hey, you probably kind of
Van Vliet, all right though.
They not coming off of Scotty, bro.
All right, man. Y'all
But
see.
I'm coming off of the chat, bro. I just put my load all over y'all, bro.
Okay, Alan R said Kyrie is a Celtic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. For real. We can all agree there's no way he goes to Dallas, right?
Nah, I don't. Dallas has a pretty good package.
I don't
for what's being offered right now. Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and then obviously there'll be a couple picks thrown in there, maybe another player.
The best package I saw was projected packages. The best one I saw was the Clippers, honestly.
What was the
Clippers
package?
help them compete too with the package.
The Clippers, I think they said Terrence Mann, John Wall, Luke Kennard, Robert Covington.
No Paul George?
No, it's not Paul George.
I'm not giving Paul George for Kyrie Irving.
They should get rid of Paul George for Kyrie Irving. I think it helps
No,
both teams.
I
think it helps both teams.
Never. But the thing is, like, if you're the Clippers, you're not trying to help the other team. You're trying to win. So and that's what I was gonna say. I actually hope the Lakers do trade for Kyrie.
What have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George shown you where they can win?
Okay,
I think Kyrie Irving benefits that scenario better than PG, mainly because you have a guy who can take who's a consistent buckets. It's not inconsistent like a Paul George. On top of having consistent buckets, you have a guy who could play, make, and distribute for the team. Something that they've been lacking ever since Kawhi Leonard and
Why would you get rid of him if you don't have to? If you don't have to trade one of them, then you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, okay, if you have to choose Dub, okay, trade Paul George. But if you can get Kyrie without trading Paul George or Kawhi, then that's what you're supposed to do.
I don't think the Clippers are gonna push on. Is gonna. I think the.
But why
I
would
don't
you
think the
trade
Clippers.
Paul George
I don't
for
think the Clippers or the
Kyrie?
Nets would be fine with a trade if.
I don't know. That was just
Paul George
something.
is not
Bobby,
in it.
that was just something Bobby Marks posted, and I was just saying that's what I saw projected. But
The
like
Nets
I'm
wouldn't do
saying is,
that.
just for me being selfish, I hope the Lakers do trade for Kyrie, give him that big ass max deal so he can ruin their franchise. Because fuck the Lakers.
Oh man, Hayden. We all know it's gonna be Kyrie to the Lakers. Kevin Durant is going back to the Warriors, and we're gonna back
No
again.
cap, the Clippers. I'm not gonna hold you. The Clippers should trade Paul George for Kyrie. That will help their team way better.
But Dub, why would you do it if you don't have to do it?
Yeah,
I think-
What's better? What's better? Kyrie, Paul George, and Kawhi, or just Kyrie and Kawhi?
But that's the
it
thing.
doesn't
I
make
don't
sense.
think. I don't think the Nets. I don't think the Nets are gonna be okay with that trade though.
They don't have a
think the Nets will
choice.
be
They
okay.
have to get rid of him. So who do you want? The package that they just offered: Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith, or Russell Westbrook and
I'm not taking
whoever.
Russell Westbrook.
Whoever
No,
exactly
I'm
my
not,
point. So
I'm not
who
getting
you
Russell
taking?
Westbrook, but what's it called? For the Brooklyn Nets, if I'm looking at it from their perspective, I mean, I don't have to trade Kyrie Irving. I don't have to.
Well, Dub, that's why you
Yeah,
don't. That's why you can't get Paul George because the Clippers also know
But
this
that,
guy only has half a season left on his contract, so you cannot give up
well,
Paul
listen,
George.
the
for
Clippers
Kyrie
are on a
Irving.
deadline too with Kawhi's degenerative knee. The one, two. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George thing might be over in the next season or 2 seasons, so
That's
they're
why
on a
you have to
time.
maximize it with
They're on
Kyrie
a
Irving.
timetable too. So if I'm gonna maximize that opportunity, if I'm gonna look at I'm
But
pretty
wait, you
sure
hear
that.
what you just said,
Hold
Doug?
on. Let me finish. The Nets
Go ahead.
aren't going to just give up. The Nets aren't going to ask for a big piece in return. Like, come on, we got to be realistic here. So if I'm the Clippers, I could be like, you know what? How would I like to do them more? Paul George and Kawhi or Kyrie Irving and Kawhi? What have we been struggling ever since we got these two together? Oh, a consistent score on the top of a consistent score, playmaking, and a guy who could distribute the rock. Oh, that's Kyrie Irving. We really don't need help on the defensive part because our defense is solid. So it's like, you know what? We get Kyrie, have him as a running mate for Kawhi Leonard, and that's something that helps both parties. But
If he's not going to win it with
The
Paul
thing
George,
is-
he's not going to win it with Kyrie.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the end of the day,
Nah,
Paul George-
that's not true.
Paul George is
It
the
doesn't
better-
work like that.
That's
Doug.
not
It
true.
doesn't
That's
work
not
like
true.
It's not even just that. Even if you think Kyrie's the better player, Paul George does provide defense that Kyrie doesn't. And on top of that, like Kyrie, you just said within the next year or two with Paul George, Kyrie has half a season left. He can get up and leave. He can leave.
Like, bye.
Kyrie
Paul
has all
George-
the leverage right now.
Bro,
He
I'm
literally
not-
has
I'm not gonna
every
hold
single
you.
piece of leverage.
I'm not gonna hold you. Kawhi and Paul George, bro, they probably only have 1 year left.
Okay, but we don't know
And
that.
they're
But
done.
Dub, you're
Kyrie-
so
And they're
you're
done.
Dub, you're so
They're
toxic that
done.
you ignore toxicity.
They're
Like you
done.
do see how toxic Kyrie is, right? You're just ignoring it because
I just think that team.
your toxic aligns with his toxic.
I just
Right.
think that team. I just think that team benefits the Clippers more than Paul George.
But
So
what
I'm
if
the
Paul
Clippers,
George
I'm
stays there? Then what team is better?
They're
The
not
current
gonna.
team right now.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. The current team right now, Kyrie and Kawhi, or Kyrie, Kawhi, and Paul George. What team is better?
That's not what I'm saying, Ron. Of course, in any scenario, bro. Of course, you would try to push for having a Kawhi, PG, and Kyrie, PG-13. But the argument I'm making is I don't think the Nets is stupid enough to make a decision like that. That's
don't
all
have a
that I'm
choice.
saying. I understand they don't have a choice, but if I'm looking for a general manager perspective, I think that is a terrible trade for them. So I would rather just have Kyrie for half the season. Screw it.
right.
He's gonna
It's
have.
no-
He's
it's-
he's
it's
gonna
no way
have.
I let him
He's,
walk without
hold
getting
up, Ron.
anything.
Hold up, Ron.
No
Hold
way.
up, Ron. Hold up, Ron. We know our team is a championship contending team. So guess what? If he walks out, he walks out. It is what it is. But I'm not gonna just sit here and give him everything that he wants without getting anything in return. So if I know that my goal is to win, well, hold up, Ron. Damn. I said so. If I know that my goal
Wait,
is to win,
Ron.
if I know that my goal is to
God
win a
damn, Ron.
championship, if I know that my goal is to win a championship, then screw it. Regardless of how Kyrie Irving feels, I'm gonna roll with him, and they're gonna have to try and make it work. It is what it is. If that's my goal,
You bugging,
but
Dub.
giving up
You
Kyrie
bugging 'cause
Irving
you
for
gotta
Norman
know
Powell
who you're
and John
dealing with
Wall,
again.
that's terrible. That's a terrible trade, and
No,
nobody.
Norman wasn't involved in that. They're not giving up Norman for Kyrie Irving.
They need.
You know
they-
why? Because Kyrie Irving is not reliable. That's why you like what you just said from a skill set standpoint, Dub. I kind of agree. Like, yeah, if you get Kyrie over there, you might have a little more action, a little more flow on the offense, whatever, right? But if he goes over there and then he's like, let's say the Clippers trade Paul George to the Nets, and then Kyrie comes over, and then Kyrie's like, you know what? I know you guys are offering me everything I asked for. You gave me everything I wanted, but I just don't believe Kawhi's knees can hold up for 2 more seasons, man. I gotta go.
Okay.
Like, why would you take that risk, bro? That's just not a good risk to take.
And why would the Nets sit here and take a Norman Powell, John Wall?
Not Norman Powell. They're not giving up Norman Powell.
What was the trade package?
They're not doing it.
What was it?
It was
Luke Kennard, Terrence Mann,
John Wall.
John
I think
Wall.
it was a fourth player.
And,
Why would the Nets take that? Why would the Nets?
Because they have to get something for him. He's gonna leave.
Exactly my point.
No,
Dub, so
bro,
you mean to tell me
no.
you would take absolutely nothing?
I would rather have. Since I'm getting those players aren't something as a stable or a cornerstone piece for me to be building for the future. No, I'm not taking those pieces at all.
I'm not mad at you for that.
What picks do they have to offer? They gave up all of it for PG.
They have future picks.
They have future picks. They're not going to give up picks for Kyrie right now. Come on, man.
Yo,
So no, I'm not going to give up
picks, but they will give up Paul George.
I'm not going to take those 4 players. If I'm the Nets, I'm not taking those 4 players because that's not a win now team and that's nothing to build for the future. So no, I'm going to tell Kyrie Irving to sit his ass down. You playing for the rest of the year. What are you guys talking about?
What are you talking about? How many of these prima donna ass players will sit on the bench and just watch? How many times have you seen your favorite player, James Harden, just sit down and watch? What about Anthony Davis?
I take that risk, though. I would take that risk. I would take that risk.
You're just being delusional. I thought you was being serious.
I would take that risk.
I thought you was being serious, Dub. I'm not arguing with you. I thought you was being serious, bro.
I'm going to take those risks.
I see that you're trolling now, Dub. You're trolling. I thought you was being serious, bro.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem why the players have so much power. For some reason, organizations don't understand. You don't have to trade these guys.
Yeah, but then they're not going to play. They're going to just sit there.
Then they don't play, so I don't have to waste money.
So you're going to cut off your nose to spite your face.
That's really what it is, Dub.
That's what you're doing, Dub. I thought you was being serious. I thought you was being
off my nose
to spite your face. I thought you was being serious.
How am I cutting off my nose? How am I going to cut off my nose?
If you don't even understand,
Bobby,
never mind. If you don't understand, I can't do this with you.
Bobby. Why the fuck? What makes you think that team with a John Wall, Luke Kennard is a team that could sit here and win a chip? Why would I?
What makes you think that the Nets are going to win the chip while Kyrie's sitting on the bench mad?
That's
not even come to the game.
That's the thing, though.
When Kyrie doesn't even show up to the arena anymore, how are they gonna win a championship?
If it comes to that point, it comes to that point. We'll have to.
It's gonna come to that point. He already said he's not playing. He's already sitting now.
I'll take the risk.
Dub, he's already said he's not playing, Dub. So that's not even a risk. It's not even a risk. It's a guarantee.
It's a guarantee.
Guarantee, Dub. Boy,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But you being,
I don't think it'll be a guarantee.
Bro, what super chat are you talking about, buddy? I don't know what he's talking about.
Spam LOs.
I know I didn't miss no super chat. Actually, let me see. Okay, TC the Don re-upped his Rising Star membership 4 months in a row. Elite. Lakers are going to trade those picks they hold so dear for Kyrie, and he's going to leave in the offseason and leave him hanging. I can't wait. Okay. Why is this not working? Sick. We got a couple bozos up here, or coming up here to promote something coming this week. It's this week, Ron?
It's actually this Saturday, before the Super Bowl, day before the Super Bowl.
Fire. All right, here we go. Let's bring these bozos up here. Hello, bozos.
Oh, J-Rob, what's up with your wine?
What up, brother? How y'all doing?
How are you doing?
Cool.
I'm good, bro.
You slamming shit.
Yo, Bama, you there?
You so lucky, JD. First off, I ain't no bozo. I'm your mama's favorite mailman. You know what I'm saying? That's what everybody need to recognize me in. You know what I'm saying? Tell me yes, sir. Tell me no, sir. Let me know, you know what I'm saying, if you need help with your homework. You know what I'm saying? I need to get a report from your mama. Let me know that ever since you've been in my son's life, he been a more respectable man. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? Slide you $5 for you and your little girlfriend to get some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am, baby. You know, that's who I am.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
No way, Bama.
Nah, I feel you, Bama. I feel you.
You were kind of cooking.
I'm here.
Yo, but brought you guys up here because we got a crazy event going on this weekend. I know you guys know about the Black Friday event that we had. We will be doing one similar to that, but only football, only gridiron. And as you can see on the screen, these will be the matchups. So I just wanted Dub, J-Rob, and Bama to all talk about their matchups and what will be their favorite matchups coming this weekend on Saturday.
You better be careful, Dub. You're dealing with some heavyweights.
Heavyweights, they finna try to jump him. But
They are big. I will say that. They
but
are
Dub been
big.
cooking them lately though, so this is crazy. Almost got them to turn against each other and everything.
I'm not gonna lie. I be cooking everybody. It's just a matter of the audience I'm talking to. That's one. Two. Yeah, the Dub Trent and G Baby thing. It'll probably be like a handicap match. I'll probably be cooking. It really don't matter if they do a handicap match or a free for all because it'll be better for them if it's a handicap match because if free for all then it'll just be easy to pick them each apart. So yeah, that one I can't wait for that one. It'll be easy.
That's crazy.
Debonair's up 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yo, Bama, how you feel about your matchup against OJ No Sports? A lot of you guys know him. He's been on here before. He's been on the Gridiron Show multiple times. Do you have any type of regrets or getting matched up against him?
I have no regrets or nothing with OJ knows Tyler Huntley. You know what I'm saying? That'll forever be his L, his claim to fame on Player's Choice. I have no problem with that. But really the one I'm waiting for is Mookie and J-Rob. That shit is
Can't
crazy,
wait
though.
for that one.
I cannot wait for that one.
Oh man,
That was gonna be so awesome.
J-Rob, are you sweating it all?
bro. Do I look like I'm nervous, nigga?
Oh, all right, my bad. My bad.
Like, all I'm gonna say is this, bro. I'm not gonna say a whole bunch of things. Just I see y'all Saturday, bro. I see y'all Saturday. I'm keep it short and sweet.
Let me see the matchups again. I want to see it real quick.
What time's this event start?
This event will start at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
10 a.m.
We'll kick it off a little earlier, around like 9 or noon Eastern time. We'll kick it off around then, but the first battle will be at 10.
Bro, this is actually crazy that you got this guy looks so much like Kevin Durant. That is nuts.
Who?
Light work.
That is insane, bro.
That's when he that was back in his young days, bro. That he don't look like that no more. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm excited for the light work versus fluent one.
Predictions, Dub?
Come on, bro. Nah, I'm not gonna be biased. I think fluent might win that. I think OJ. I love Bama. I think OJ and Bama will probably be the most competitive one. I'm not sure which one that will go. J-Rob and Bama, I have faith that J-Rob should kill him, but no, Mookie got a lot of love for some reason sometimes.
Who is headlining this event? Who's the main event?
J-Rob, Mookie, and Fluent and Lightwork are the headlines.
Got you.
Dang, not the handicap match of me versus G Baby and Trent.
They're probably opening the show with that.
The reason why y'all can't be the headliner because you about to just watch them. You know, people turn the game off at halftime when the team's up 30. When you up 4 touchdowns at halftime, there ain't no point even watching.
Trent looks sad as hell in this picture too.
Let me see it again. G Baby look like a fake tough guy.
I bet you won't say it to him on Saturday.
I'll say it to him. I'll say it to him tomorrow.
G Baby would body slam your ass.
Yeah, he looks like a fake tough guy, bro.
Ooh.
Nasty mustache.
That's crazy.
That's a nasty.
I'm excited.
Damn.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Brothers are sending in super chat saying I'm scared.
I think J-Rob, no cap J-Rob, I think you should win. It's just he just has a crazy I don't
want to get on my soapbox right now. Like, the energy is in me, but you know what? I just gotta save it, bro. I'll see y'all Saturday, fellas. I will see y'all Saturday.
Fire. Sorry, I think I asked this like 3 times now, but what time is the event?
10 a.m.
Starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I guess no low nose on Saturday. What else do we have to have on Saturday?
And Lowe was lying about Game 6 Clay. It was ridiculous.
Are you guys going to have anime on Saturday?
6 to 8.
J-Rob, you got to get that dude I told you about, man.
Oh yeah, I forgot his name, bro. What's his name?
Silent.
I just be busy, bro. I just be busy.
Silent.
I do need to reach out to him. I just be busy.
I'll reach out to him for
you.
you.
Yeah, if you could do it, yeah. If you could pass him along, bro. Just pass him along if you know.
I got
for
you.
Sure.
I got you. I'll message him, bro.
Appreciate that.
All right. God Serena said J-Rob is afraid. I can see in his eyes. Mookie sweep.
I can see it in your eyes.
That's mad disrespectful.
Deshaun 916. Trade Wiseman, Lamb, and FRP for Claxton. Would y'all make that trade?
Mars would.
Mars definitely would. Anything that involves
SRP.
Wiseman.
Who the fuck is SRP?
Trade James Wiseman.
Who's SRP?
Yeah, James Wiseman gotta go.
Serena and Venus Williams is SRP.
Whoa.
I have no idea. SRP. Does anyone know who SRP is?
I'm not gonna lie. Who the fuck is SRP?
Come on, Mars. Who's SRP? G-Man with Super Chat. Is GSW's 2023 run over considering Steph is out and James Wiseman exits? Their run was over before Steph Curry went out.
He said GSRP?
Oh, he meant FRP. First round pick.
Oh.
I said SRP, right?
Second.
Yeah, I thought so.
Was I reading it wrong?
I don't know.
Maybe I was. I don't know. I'm a little tired. King Mars 10. Uh-oh, Mars. We have the King Mars 10. Do you think Steph shot 1 million three-pointers over his entire basketball career? Over his basketball career, no. But if you're talking about like just shooting, putting up 1 million shots, I'm sure he has.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
he's
think
talking.
so.
I think that's what he's talking about.
I'm sure he has. Bro, if you
That's a lot of shots.
bro, you could do this mathematically. He probably puts over 100 in whatever 1,000 3-pointers up a year. If you assume he wants to put up at least 500 shots a day. But okay, 365 days, you don't do it every day. Maybe you miss a month. I think that's still over 100,000 threes a year.
You got to assume too. I'm positive from probably like 8th grade up to like his first couple years in the league. He was even in the summertime alone, he was shooting 1,000 threes a day.
Right. So
And he's injured
definitely
sometimes.
so not his basketball career like games, but just putting up shots for sure.
No,
I
I
think-
get on board with it.
I think he's had like hundreds of thousands, but 1 million is like such a crazy number.
It sounds crazy, but bro, if you actually do the math in your
How long
your
he's been
phone-
playing ball?
Here, let's go like this, Dub.
Probably
So
all his
let's
life, probably
say he
7.
misses a month's worth where he doesn't put up any shots, but let's say on average, just on average, he puts up 500 a day. So 500 times 3, we'll call it 35.
Let's do like 200 though, Jody,
30
because
days.
you got to think about game days and stuff too. So let's just go like with like 150 a year, 150 days.
But not because you got
150 days.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Just-
I'm not.
just-
Bro,
no,
he's
just
still
the low
putting
ball
up
it.
shot. He's still putting up
Just
more or
I'm
less.
saying just the low ball it. Just the low ball.
I'm giving an average, and we're saying 500 in 335 days, so missing a month. 335. That's 167,000 shots. So even if we reduce this, so let's,
he's done a
bro,
million. He's
easily.
done a million.
Let's
He's done a
say,
million.
let's say
How
even
many
if he
camps he's
averaged,
done playing
Bro,
out on the court, like it's like, bro.
even if he averaged 300 shots a day for, let's do again 335 days, that's 100,500. He's definitely put up.
Nah,
a million.
he's put a million.
Well, like you in high school and college, like during the summer, he's shooting at least 1,000.
Yep.
At least
Bro, like
1,000 every day.
ridiculous.
Yeah. He was probably earned most of it during his high school and college
He
days.
might have
but
shot 2 million threes.
He might have. He might have
For real.
actually. Now that I think about it.
Mock said, as a sperm, Steph was 1v1 others in pickup game.
Who's Seth the programmer?
What? Why'd you ask that?
People keep talking about Seth the programmer.
Oh, I don't know, but
I've been hearing about that. What?
I don't
He
either.
got
But
canceled. What did he do?
I don't know who he is, but I'm pretty sure I seen some stuff on Twitter, and it was like had to do with like underage stuff or something like that.
Oh
So,
my God.
Yeah.
Freaks, man.
big
What's going on with
yikes!
them boys?
Piece of sheets. Yeah, that's all the super chats. Thank you, bozos, for coming up and hanging out.
Yo, JD, I ain't gonna lie. Call me a bozo again, bro. And
I know, bro. You ain't finna score.
What?
Listen here.
What?
I'm finna
Actually,
score.
you know what?
You're not
You know
gonna
what?
score
got it.
shit,
Hey,
nigga.
you good. Hey, Ox, I got
What?
him. Ox, I got him, bro. It's
What?
all good. It's all good, bro. I'm all right. I'm gonna remember
Chill,
this.
chill. I got him, G. I got him, G.
Yeah, you
Chill,
good.
Bama,
G.
what are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do? Make
Yeah.
you cry because you can't shoot your little jumpers. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Make you cry because he can't shoot his little jumpers. No
Let me see your face.
points.
Let me see your face. Let me
No
see your
Bama,
face.
points.
Bama, when we play, I'll lower the hoop for you, bro. It's okay.
I don't want no little hoop for you,
No, for you.
Jay Dizzle.
We'll lower the hoop for you.
But all right, y'all. I gotta go.
Yeah, we're about to bounce out of here anyway. Dub, final words.
L chat, man. Y'all got cooked today.
That's great.
Y'all really defended Bruce Brown shooting 22 from the field and attempting 9 threes in a playoff series. Like, you guys should look yourselves in the mirror and just realize like how wrong you were.
Bama.
Dub, you on Dub's World tonight, bro?
You want to?
Maybe.
We were watching
Yeah,
Kareem
I'm
last night. We were watching Kareem
I'm
last
down.
night, bro.
I'm down. I'm down.
We've been watching 70s and 80s games, so if you guys want to be on Twitch or YouTube, pull up to that, bro, on Dub's
Yeah, I'm
World.
down.
Hey, Little Tykes
nobody
Hoop.
wants to hear
Any
you
final words?
disrespecting Legends.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Any
Gridiron.
final words up there?
Gridiron.
Little
down
Tykes. Oops.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
J-Rob.
This. Oh my gosh.
No, I don't got no words. Follow me on Twitch. That's all I got to say.
Mustard.
Hey man, not much. Appreciate y'all for having me on again. Let me just say this again. I always keep repeating it. Jason Kidd is,
Oh my God.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Jason Kidd is what? Jason Kidd is what?
Lonzo is the modern day Jason Kidd, man.
I love that. I love that.
Oh
bro.
my
I
God,
love
bro.
that.
What
I
the
love
hell?
that.
Yeah.
I love that, bro.
Yo,
I love that, bro. Hell of a take.
I was gonna say we look forward to having you on more of these shows, but Jesus, I don't know if we're
How
gonna
do
invite
I-
back
I'm
after this.
Jay-
I
Bob-
love that take, bro. I
Bob-
love that take.
Bobby,
Honestly, bro, we've said a lot worse, bro.
Bobby, final words.
yeah, Dub. I didn't make this up, but I'll go ahead and say it anyway. If that's is all right with you, Dub. If I don't be original and make up my own quotes.
Yeah, make your shit up.
No, you know the beautiful thing about game is that you can just pass it on. You know, it's free game. So when you soak it up, that's what you're supposed to do. Each one, teach one.
Damn.
But I just want to
so
let y'all. I just want to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? If you always do what you always did, you're always gonna get what you always got.
That's a word. That's a
Bars.
word. Do you guys even know what he was saying? Did you guys know what he just said?
Hey,
Oh my God.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all the
Shout
things,
out to
man.
the big Ox Bobby, baby.
Tap
That man
into the
said
Gridiron
if you
event.
live your life the same,
This
don't
coming
expect
Saturday.
a different result, man.
We got PC wrestling tonight. I don't know why there's an echo, but